Welcome everybody to the platform. It's your brother BOLO V&R. Please remember to hit the like button, share the live. Don't keep this to yourself. All right? Blessings. Let's get into it.
Sit up. You know, it's God. The Bible says, pray the people that go to church go pray. Then go into the temple go pray and say, God, we need help. The people that come against we. And we don't know what to do. But we are upon you. Help you. 1, 2, 3, jump up and shout, Jesus! Jesus! Sit up! Listen, after this, Jamaica shall know there is a God in this country. After today, the news shall read, corruption revealed, organized crime revealed, political order revealed. Huh? Huh? I'll reveal to me. There are Chinese people carrying container gun. I give black man to shoot them one another to take over the country. Yes, sir. And then I tell them the Chinese are hiring Jamaican men to kill Jamaican men who own businesses and places. And you think they're rob and kill? It is a setup, organized murdering of our people in order to take us down and to come in and say we can't manage our country and we can't run, so them have to come run it. There is going to be an attempt to take over this land because they're setting us. Come on, we can't work. Somebody say can't work. Can't work. At the count of 3, jump up and say, help us, God of Jehoshaphat. We need help. 1, 2, 3, shout. God of Jehoshaphat, we need help. We need help. Generator power.
People when I hear this, 2 years ago this now.
Generator power.
When I hear this, my God.
Hallelujah.
Whoa.
Sit down. Today's the 10th day of April.
10th of April, 2 years ago.
We're not joking. We're not playing. God still in control. Jehoshaphat said, hear us and deliver us. Because we cannot help ourselves. We are helpless in this case. We are surrounded. So if you not going to help we dead. The Lord said to the prophet, tell the man of God, the battle is not, it is the last. Stand still and see what God is about to do in this country. Somebody said after today, said tomorrow. You said tomorrow. What you gonna go do? Listener ears tomorrow.
Welcome TikTok, welcome YouTube.
Ever.
It's a revelation of serious.
It was an Easter Monday like this. Red day, I don't forget when I write in here and draw the plumb line. Until you say, the woman, we got China. That time it was your prime minister woman. Is going down. After that Easter Monday, she lost every single election and disappeared. The last thing we hear her this week, and every note she come back and she in the hospital. You know, you're nothing about her. From that the time they till now.
Whoa.
They rush her out of Jamaica. Because they never want Jamaican people to know that she gone sick, mad, ignorant. Today, in 10 days, I am back with a brand new release. Put a stop order on Jamaica.
Sharon, what's up? How you doing, sweetie?
That is responsible.
How you doing, Sharon? Big up yourself, big up yourself. Good to see you, good to see you.
Against Jamaican people, they shall die sudden. They shall assign this new release. Put a stop order on Jamaican disorder. Anybody that is responsible of signing contract and receiving debt payment against Jamaican people, they shall die sudden.
Whoa.
They shall not enjoy the payment.
2 years ago, yes, I had some chores, alright? Go on there, thing there.
Top to bottom.
Start the life early, but me have some only thing for deal with.
I, Prophet Mark Stewart, declare all those who are responsible for the death order in Jamaica, they shall be slaughtered. Death before this. I prophesy they shall be confused, taken out, sudden sickness, death, state funeral. They will never enjoy the divination money. The payment what they get, the kill of Jamaican will bury them. It shall give them a state funeral.
Hey.
I prophesy. Rise up. If I am Mark Stewart Jehoshaphat, the prophet of this time in this country, if my mouth not big for nothing, I'm gonna stand up on the rock for nothing. I prophesy and declare a big man, a politician, a responsible civil servant in this country, a woman and a man in a pod, they shall die. The money that they collect to wipe out, to change the law and collect, they shall die.
My God. Now you hear this?
Prophesy, prophesy.
2 years ago this now.
Since you are we dead, gotta go kill him. The Bible said, when Jehoshaphat reached the war, the whole of them lied up on the ground.
Lorraine, what's up, Lorraine?
The whole army will come up against them. When they reached the war, they found them dead.
How would they come past and ask for forgiveness?
There, Jamaica, here, we found a politician.
Hey.
Rank and file, order. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
Now
sir.
try connecting that.
Ambushment. Those who sign Chinese contract, Illuminati contract,
Hey.
Bill Gates contract,
Hey.
they shall be found.
Mighty God.
Major prophecy.
Force me, I hear that one there, no? Wow.
Die by fire.
Wow.
And that's a prophesy again. I hear the Holy Ghost say, it was an Easter Monday like this, red. You prophesy. And Jamaica don't want to see that your prophecy came to the woman burned cabbage. The woman had to disappear. She lost everything and had to leave. She was taken out and taken down. Now I prophesy again on the 10th day, same Easter Monday, right there so in a breakthrough. Mark Stewart again. Prophesy one more time. This government running this country, one by one, you will see the hand of God on the wall. They will go.
My God.
Come. Come. Who don't like it, untouchable?
Oh man. General serious.
Yes, sir. Prophet. They are viewed in the eyes of God as a bunch of Canaanite, Perizzite, Amorite, and Jebusite. And because they are getting ready to sign international contract to change Jamaica into a Sodom, God says, I will. This battle is not yours, it is the Lord's. Never fight that one here for Jamaica. Anybody sign that order and touch that book and change that law, they shall die. Die.
Wow.
Prophesy, Major! Christine Hewitt, Asafa. You remember them? They're on CBM TV.
I do.
Discuss church and pastor.
I do.
And she said, burn out every church. Burn out the pastor.
I do.
Burn everybody. In less than a month, she was burned beyond recognition. Asafa was found dead and chewed on like dog.
You didn't listen to this
You
woman?
remember? You remember?
No, me I talk about this all live, yeah.
Burn beyond recognition.
2 years ago. You know, you always about Chinese.
Bring gambling past Sunday.
Assassinate.
And the Holy Ghost talked to me and I said, a big man in this country is about to die. And
Hold
before 10 o'clock, I declare it. And when we heard the news, the Supreme Venture Man dead.
So, him say, the Chinese is giving guns to men in the country to kill off the black people them. So the country can destabilize. So they can come over, can take over the running of the country. And he must say, he never call her name, but I know say a mama Pima talk I uncle female prime minister that says she signed something with the Chinese them, and that's why she gets sick.
Yes, you want me know about it.
You understand?
You know about it. That's why she
right? That's why God remove her.
Yes.
So when it commands to God, you know, me always depend on God's side over everything. From God move you, that means say you do something you know to do. You understand what I say? When chastising Boa. They no same thing they do with Pastor Peter Chambers who business about them a chastise say. God word, you man, you can't go around that, you know. God word. So you all hear talk about people that talk about wish bad fit. And you know what him do. No wonder him and his wife come on TV, but them ask for forgiveness. And I repent. When me I listen to Mark Stewart on this, at first me really listening good, you know. Big up Sassy D. And she send me and say, and she called me this morning and she said, Bolo, you're listening something but you're not listening something. You brush over this something. And Sassy D might all listen to me now. Vex with me, you know. Worse, she tell me, say, oh, she said the people need to hear this. So I am recording it and I'm going to post it because I don't want Sassy D vex with me. And secondly, I understand why now she was so adamant in having me go over this. This is not the main reason why I'm live right now. This is part 2 of me going over HOLNESS budget. You understand? I'm going to touch upon some critical things with what me here Ralston Hyman say as well on the Colin Bell show. You feel me I deal with? And you know, before I'm going further, let me just get this out of the way. You know what's something wrong with HOLNESS though? Let me tell you something. If you don't know what's something wrong with HOLNESS. Alright, let me tell you. You see when you listen to this, when I heard this come from what's she name? Anissa Belrose. I was watching her earlier. Big up Anissa Belrose. One of my sister that on the app. You understand what I say? Big up Anissa Belrose. Much love and respect. All the time. Make sure someone go over there. Go subscribe to Anissa Belrose. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me just play this phone because this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Hold on a moment. Hold on a man. You're jumping gun in a man. Listen to this. I want to be speaker. You know, so I go down a digital. I don't like how my speaker sound. Hold on there. Wait. No, man. I'm a brand new phone, this man. I'm not supposed to have that issue here. Unless the audio that was sent to me is bad. So let me just go on Twitter and go up on the Observer and find this original audio because an Observer is the and HOLNESS have some new agencies and so on board or whatever when put out Zine. So let me hear what I'm going on. So let me see. You see what? Budget debate plan for Port Antonio. How this go? Establishes fast Jamaica drive investment. Sorry. Un momento, por favor. Don't worry, my pause the general something. I pause the recording and everything. That I go get back on track. It's a new feature on OBS that I'm very happy about. It really gives me flexibility to go and look for the actual sometimes certain things pop up in my mind. I need to go search for it and add it to the reaction. And I think it's gonna enhance my reaction and have them more crisp. You understand? Oh, I think this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen to this.
On elsewhere, to countries that are simply more nimble. We cannot allow this to continue. Too often, promising opportunities have gone elsewhere, to countries that are simply more nimble. We cannot allow this to continue. We are advancing two powerful and complementary reforms.
Like and share for me, please.
Build infrastructure, and the other on how we attract and accelerate transformational private investments. NARA will have special powers, that is the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority. Will have special powers to accelerate development approvals as well as...
Why them on knocky bench? You all of them over there clown, you know? Why them on NARA not even established? NARA will have. What? After 6 months, NARA is supposed to be the driver of development after the hurricane. And NARA not developed yet. How it going to develop anything if it's not developed? Why not the bench? It will be promises.
Enabling the execution of resilient infrastructure
projects
at a scale and speed this country has never seen before.
More promises. Dana, Antonio, how are you doing? No more promises. We haven't seen him done anything in any scale that has never seen before. That is positive for the country. They haven't done anything. Look on Canal Regional Hospital. Even in urban center where they are built. What have they done that has put the scale that we have never seen before? They don't have that track record of building nothing. Him have the new social housing program. How long it take him to build? Him claim to say he might give 70,000 home. All now when I see 20,000. Over a 10-year period. You know how much house PJ bill, man? Affordable housing, as a matter of fact. Trust me, today is going to be a good class, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around, like and share the video.
Madam Speaker, NARA will turn a crisis into an opportunity.
Yeah, listen,
we will use a similar model for NARA.
JAMAICA,
that is Jamaica Reconstruction and Resilience Oversight Committee. And I'm pleased to announce that JAMROC will be chaired by Professor Peter Blair Henry, a son of Jamaica. A complementary reform to NARA addresses the investment attraction problem. We will introduce a new framework called Fast Jamaica, the facilitated acceleration of strategic transformation. This will be part of our national growth inducement strategy through investment. Fast Jamaica will establish a dedicated pathway to fast-track strategic priority investment projects critical to Jamaica's economic transformation, particularly those with an investment value of US.
You said Mark Bolin over there shaking like, yo, is this dude serious? What is he talking about? What does this have to do with how we build back better than before?
$150 million or more that can commence implementation within a year and could be integrated into the NARA network of projects. The framework will focus on projects in sectors that will shape Jamaica's competitiveness, and we're looking at areas such as energy infrastructure, digital infrastructure and telecommunications, logistics, air and seaports, water, sewage, and desalination, low-income housing and urban development, high-value tourism, including wellness, medical and sports tourism, entertainment and the creative industries.
Did this man just say health? Yo, what a piece of bangarang.
STEM education and research, specialized healthcare, high-value agriculture and agro-processing.
Specialized healthcare?
Advanced manufacturing, and critical minerals, including rare earth elements.
But I don't hear what she talk about. I'm listening back again. I don't hear what she talk about you, sir.
Too often, promising opportunities have gone elsewhere, to countries that are simply more nimble. We cannot allow this to continue. We are advancing two powerful and complementary reforms. One focused on how we build infrastructure and the other on how we attract and accelerate transformational private investments. NARA will have special powers, that is the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority. We'll have special powers to accelerate development approvals as well as procurement, enabling the execution of resilient infrastructure.
Jamaican American, thank you, baby.
Never seen before.
Teresa, big up yourself.
Madam Speaker, NARA will turn a crisis into an opportunity for Jamaica. We will use a similar model for NARA called JAMROC, that is Japan's transformational private investments. NARA will have special powers, that is the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, that allow this to continue. We are advancing two powerful and complementary reforms. One focused on how we build infrastructure and the other on how we attract and accelerate transformational private investments.
Well, the headline says HOLNESS names Rebuild Oversight Body, ROB. Look like some robbery go on in. It look like some robbery go on Jamaica. Let's continue. We are move on from that. Yeah, move on from that there, man. No, sir.
I declare it, and when we heard the news, the Supreme Venture man. You remember? You remember? Put on Portia. And he's about to act again. He's a prophesy again. You don't believe me?
So all they say Mark Stewart
the political
PMP.
leader.
All them try to tie Mark Stewart in PMP.
We cannot touch them.
And the man declared that about Portia. I know him declare about Andrew. So why am I false prophet now? Dog, I'm gonna supper in the labor right. Dog, I'm gonna supper. Tell you that right now. Can't stay there.
They are risen up against my people. And most importantly, they have risen up against the church.
Same prophecy I come true for Andrew, yeah? And him wife. Remember that. Can't stay there. Any evil where they dip their hand in, they are radam. God now play with this nation here. That me if you know better. No leader from this nation is supposed to dip their hand in no, what you call it? Baphomet and this. And sign off on no Baphomet. No leader in a Jamaica is supposed to do that. In a one God-fearing country. You mean this a rock where God build theme church, man? Come like you know that. Can't stay there. Dog, name them supper. Oh, can't stay there. You think I joke?
Mark my word. Somebody say, I have registered.
I have registered.
I am here.
I am here.
I heard it.
I heard it.
In my own ears.
In my own ears. Yes, sir.
Bless you. Two things are we close. On the 10th day of the 4th month. I need 40 people.
When you say Anthony, that be a roll out like a carpet. My God.
Really good. David dance. David. Mystical Pura, Landaba Sayaba, Saliba, Eddie Harder, Kaniba, Saliba, reverse, Saliba, reverse, Saliba, bum bum bum. There's no mystery. There's no mystery. We have mystery.
All right. We get that message there right there, so I will share that. Let's go to this, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's what the Virgin name again.
Because me just say all of what me say a while ago, me can't get the Prime Minister passing grade, so 68047072. Obi, what did you hear from
Obi? This at the end, but him say something right there, so me don't want to miss none at all. Zine, me don't want to miss this Obi say so none at all. As a matter of fact, I want to put that point up on my TikTok. Because that one is serious. This is a point that we make serious. Listen to what I say about Andrew Holness budget speech, ladies and gentlemen. Something definitely wrong with the audio what she sent me, because I just go up on YouTube a while ago on YouTube load, so nothing wrong with my speaker. Something wrong with your audio. See there? Something wrong with the audio on my speaker. Come here, I wonder what going on, you know. My goodness, what is happening going on now? Thank you, Mama. I appreciate it. Very, very much indeed. Alright. Oh gosh. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, on the Colin Bell show, Obi said this. Listen to this. He was asked a question by Colin Bell. Listen to this.
Yeah, man, guide. Yeah, man. 876-804-7072. Obi, what did you hear from the Prime Minister that can grow the economy?
At you, big up.
I didn't hear anything, you know, Colin, that can grow the economy, and that's where we are, because we had actually said to the Prime Minister that we need to basically say things that can really grow the economy. I don't know if the camp that will be built over there in Rockford, if that construction would be enough to basically grow the economy, but you know, that seems to be one of the big ticket items that the Prime Minister is you know, relying on. The other thing, Colin, is that, as I said some time ago, that I expect that what the Prime Minister is going to use to get a quote-unquote forward in his presentation was the PNP legacy, which was the NHT, and he played true to form to that. You know, so although he continued to talk nonsense about Michael Manley and the PNP and so on, the truth is that what is the shining armor in his presentation is the National Housing Trust.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Jamaica, what an excellent point by Obi. We have to call him Obi-Wan Kenobi, like in the Star Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi, a powerful Jedi. What a strike in the heart of the JLP people. The main source of this man's presentation was the NHT. Michael Manley, them still live off of Michael Manley and I try to put him down. What a thing. And Andrew Holness is such a sly devil. He tried to insinuate that somehow one of the, I think it's the NHT program, was conceptualized really by the JLP, and then him suggested Michael Manley stole it from them. the audacity, the sheer gall of this individual. But what can you expect from a man like this? This man is a con artist and a gimmicks and a clown. Star girl, big up yourself. Blacker, big up. Atu, big up everybody upon the live. Antonio, Zine, Sharon. No man, but seriously, ladies and gentlemen, the NHT is a key factor in them budget. They are still living off the backs of the PMP's programs that they put in place. Most of the fund them use are so at the PMP. Talk to me nice in the comment section. No, look at you. But they have to make that point, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I tell you, Obi.
Yeah, man, you're right, man. Spot on.
Alright, we have a caller. Caller, go ahead. And apologize afterwards for talk. Your followers then carry anything you say, and that them run upon now. How dare you come to the parliament with a hot bad mind? What is that about, Prime Minister?
No, hear me I say. Ladies and gentlemen, I said this on my live yesterday and I recorded it. Big up yourself, Sparky. Colleen, how you doing? I recorded it and I put it out. And at the time, I didn't hear anybody else with the perspective because I just didn't hear. I didn't get to hear. But I was listening to Atta for the press. And thank you, Sparky. And Dre Bryan, in general, was saying the same exact thing that I was saying. The Labour right, them are dunce. It is the perfect hat to give Mark Golding. Anti-bad mind. Me not tell him to accept no gift from Andrew or any of the Labour right them. Don't accept none Marky G. Zine. But anyone should do this on TikTok as well. Yes, I should make this point. Hold on, the Jamaica. I should make this point. I really should. Alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. Andrew HOLNESS coming at Parliament and I run gimmicks about anti, bad mind, at, and what? The PMP slogan about love. And Jamaica, let me tell you something. Me hear Jerry Bryan say this. But after I said it on my live last night, I heard him say it. I thought nobody else caught it, but he did. Big up Jerry Bryan. You're telling me that the dunce them don't know say anti-bad mind means you're not bad mind? So, Andrew HOLNESS threw Daryl Vaz on that bus, you know. All this time, Daryl Vaz are on a campaign against the PMP and Mark Golding. Say a bad mind and bad mind. Why them ask the relevant question them to hold them accountable? Them take accountability and turn it into bad mind because they don't want to be held accountable and they want to trick the little bird brain people them out there where follow them and die hearted. Yes, you have bird brain. If one thinks that was a disrespect to Mark Golding, it was really a disrespect to Daryl Vaz and on the entire party. Uno dunce. Uno is dunce. The man them have clean heart and anti-bad mind upon the heart. That is the perfect cap for Mark Golding to wear because he's not bad mind. Because anti-bad mind mean not bad mind. Anti-Christ mean not for Christ. Anti-bad mind mean not for bad mind. Clean heart. Him have a clean heart. That's what I saw on the side of the cap. Clean heart. So, who came up with this rubbish of a gimmick? Furthermore, you know say, blind and follow blind. Smarty fool give Andrew HOLNESS that hat. And him run with it. So I saw him fool. Eh? I saw Andrew HOLNESS fool. That him make a fool turn him into one bigger fool by giving him an anti-bad mind hat. When him did look upon the hat, him never asked himself a question, but hold on. You probably need to change this, you know, because a bad mind need to depend on not anti-bad mind. You know, sister, the whole of them dunce and of them who vote for run the country. You know, sister, we in a trouble. You know, sister, we in a serious trouble. These are the people that is supposed to navigate us through a time like this where there's war in Iran, oil prices are go up and there's no end in sight to that war. And them are going to tax the hell out of we and not listen to the People's National Party and implement other ways how to get the funds. You can't stay there. One bag of dunce in a JLP. One bag of dunce from the Prime Minister go straight down, the whole of them are dunce. All of them. No apology, Jamaica. Them are dunce. Them dunce, man. I couldn't believe. I said, Kuya, I really this them come with. I'm like, man, what? Gimmicks gone wrong, bro.
Bad mind hot. Marsh, you hearing me now?
Yes, hearing you good now. Good now. Yeah, man.
So you were saying?
So the
one if you want
yes,
to
Connie, I heard it.
Has resulted in economic benefit to billion doing it.
Oh, somebody explained it already.
Yeah, man. So our brother came on and told us that his father lose a building, man. Tell you where the building, which part of Kingston the building there. Because what the man is saying, you know, when the bank them get locked down for a while, there was no way to pay the loan if you wanted to pay.
Yes, I heard him. Yeah. I heard him, Khalid. I heard him. Yes,
so,
yes.
So, you know, but Marshall, we're going to give
but these people,
we're going to run.
Just one little thought. If certain people who attack, then interest rate did go up and rent. They would not run up and down all over the place and have to rent different places to broadcast from. Like on.
Later. 876-804-7072. We're waiting to be joined by Ralston Iman to take a deep look at the Prime Minister, and here he comes. To take a look at the Prime Minister's budget presentation. Teacher, morning.
Morning.
How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, man, we're good, man.
Nice. Happy to hear that. So,
yeah,
before we go to the Prime Minister, just give us a rundown on the week that was.
Well, the dollar closed at $158 and change yesterday. Bank of Jamaica mopped up 20 billion during the week. And then we had the presentations by the leader of the opposition, which focused on fiscal policy. That is how the government get taxed to run the budget. And the opposition leader, again, made it clear that if you are going to collect taxes more, you have to collect it from those who are not paying, because if you collect it from those who are paying, you're only creating a greater burden. And he suggested some ways.
Like and share me live. Verna, what's up?
Yeah, then we have the Prime Minister's presentation that we are going to talk about now. And we told you that the Prime Minister would be speaking longer than everybody else. We'll be making a whole lot of cheap points, a whole lot of promises, and a whole lot of misleading information. Yeah? One of the biggest misleading piece of information the Prime Minister made to the Parliament.
Listen to this.
Was in trying to...
No, man, go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, wasn't trying to justify the termination of the Cuban program. And we stress that we are operating in a different international environment, so you can keep the 1970s and the rhetoric. And this is the first time the government's foreign policy has resulted in economic benefits to the country, which is a total lie, or if it's not a lie, he's telling them he really don't know about the history of Jamaica, and that is bad for the Prime Minister. So for example...
Mighty, una hear that, Jamaica? All rest of them have to call him a liar. And if it's not a liar, him don't know nothing about the history of the country. How can you be a Prime Minister and don't know nothing about the history of the country? Any one of them, they body, no? Is he the incompetent or you one liar? I've been saying those are the two options of the Jamaica Labour Party. When me come to my conclusion about incompetence and then just lie. PR government, love run narrative. Fully done, Sharon. You know, like, I share the video. Fully done.
The relationship that we have with the Chinese now, which means a whole lot of economic benefits, infrastructure, the ports and all of that.
Let me go back to this, because that point is too serious. Let me slow it down as a matter of fact. Listen to what Ralston Iman said, Jamaica, because may I tell you, the man make some salient points, Bridget. Boy, big up the teacher, yeah, man. Yo, big up Colin Bell Show. People make sure to go subscribe. You understand? If me no watch Colin Bell Show, me have to watch replay. No? I'm no favor, idiot. You have to watch replay.
International environment, so you can keep the 1970s and the rhetoric. And this is the first time the government's foreign policy has resulted in economic benefits to the country, which is a total lie.
Lie.
Or if it's not a lie, he's telling them he really don't know about the history of Jamaica, and that is bad for the Prime Minister. So, for example,
listen to this.
the relationship that we have with the Chinese now,
Yes.
which bring a whole lot of economic benefits, infrastructure, the ports,
Yes.
and all of those things.
Yes.
It's Michael Manley that went to China in 1990 to re-engage China. Michael Manley was the first man to recognize the one China policy, while the JNP administration, of which is a member, supported the Taiwanese people. They never supported the one China policy. And we are now reaping significant benefits from the relationship with China.
Yes.
Additionally,
Jamaica, want to hear that? The JLP government, they support the Taiwanese. Michael Manley have vision. That's why we never perish long time in our country. Thank God for Michael Manley. You man, she said the Chinese them are the better partner. We are going to benefit we the people. And we still are benefited from now. As much as how we have the issue them already. What we have, the country has benefited from the partnership with China. And that's the facts. Look for the numbers them. You can't go around it. I think we could get a better deal in some of the negotiations. Yeah, I think we could get a better deal. Honestly. But we have yielded crazy development from the Chinese. That's a fact. Can't go around it. What's up, Patsy? But listen to the next part now. And Michael Manley do that, you know, where we still earn from and a benefit from now. Listen to this now.
Relationship with Venezuela was, again, initiated by Michael Manley, Carlos Andres Perez. We got Portmore to Venezuela. And the problem that this Prime Minister's administration created in 2008, which is a mismanagement of the global recession.
Before I'm going to global recession, we got Portmore from Venezuela. We built Portmore because of Venezuela relationship. Who knew that? Let's continue. Listen, you know, teach, you know.
And the jump in oil prices after the Iraqi invasion, it is Venezuela that helped us out. The biggest economic benefit that we got is that the current trajectory that we're on now in terms of our relationship with the multilateral agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us to, one, get the oil to run the economy so whenever the balance of payments completely destroyed. If the balance of payments is destroyed, the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international.
So Jamaica, the sweet oil deal that you got with Venezuela, the sweet oil deal, it really benefited us tremendously. We could not have navigated that space and time economically without that sweet oil deal. It took a lot of pressure off of us. So we could have this relationship with these multilaterals. So Andrew Holness wants us to believe that having this type of connection with these communist countries is a negative. He's a liar from the pits of hell. The data does not support his argument, Jamaica. He's being debunked in real time by the historians, the economic historian, Mr. Ralston. I want to go look up that. Look up the sweet deal where we get with Venezuela. And you can ask any economist what that meant for us in that space and time. Andrew Holness is a deceptive serpent. I don't have no respect for him. I'm too lie. I don't like liar. I don't like liar. I don't trust a liar. And this man is supposed to be making decisions on behalf of all of us. It's very scary to think that, you know, this is who is making decisions for all of us. Very scary, Jamaica. We in a dark place with this man, you know, man. Dark place. I tell her that. Let's continue.
Capital markets. That's the biggest thing the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the help we're getting from the multilateral community, now if it was for his party alone, we wouldn't get any because we're locked out of the multilateral community because of the mismanagement of his party.
If it was for
Yeah?
You hear that? So everything that Andrew claimed that is a positive, his government is not the father of it. When you hear Mark Golin, this song was say, when them brought down, we are gonna build back. Ladies and gentlemen, the evidence is resounding. I be a brought them, a man I brought down Jamaica. I be a brought down Jamaica. Ratted, boy, I tell you, I'm on the rough. Pierre brought down Jamaica. And the PMP have to pick up the pieces. Picking up the pieces. Rastafari said Britain handed Jamaica to America from when Jamaica was seeking independence. Please research these deals and treaty.
party alone, they wouldn't be talking to us.
Precisely. So I want the people to understand that. So Venezuela sold us $3 billion in debt for $1.5 billion. That's a massive economic benefit.
My
and
God.
Because of that massive benefit from Venezuela, why we could bring down the debt to GDP ratio and now become the best friends of the multilateral agency. He never had anything to do with that. He was part of the team who got us locked out of the multilateral system. Yeah? So
Right.
that is foreign policy. Yeah?
Raleigh, you mentioned Venezuela gave us Portmore. What do you mean?
It is Venezuelan money that built Portmore. On a collaboration with the Michael Manley administration.
What, babes? May I eat soup?
Teacher and
Those
class.
are those are massive economic. Those are massive economic
Can text
benefits.
me.
Yeah, we were locked out of the multilateral community between 2012 and 2013. The joke is the multilateral community was when Jamaica is going to fail. The Prime Minister was an important part of the administration that got us locked out of the multilateral community. So
He was leader of business of
He might try to fool people when I read. Why go and chop down? Powell, big up. Huh? Alright, so Powell is a labor right. So Powell, you know, say you dunce. One mark on the hat. Me just start about it a while ago. I think I posted it. Me not even gonna tell you. See there? Me just posted it a while ago. See it there? Yeah man, go and go listen to that. One mark on the hat. Anti-bad mind. Uno fully dunce. But uno want one of the bad mind cap. And that's in the company internet we talk about when people are talk about how the man them actually navigate the space with proper foreign policies that benefited us a $3 billion. I'm gonna play it back, you know. Because sure enough, more want this for soaking, you know, because now some real dunce, you know, man. I own all back the country, you know. Right? I own all back the country, you know. Big up yourself, Rastafari. I own all back the country, you know. We understand the prophecy them. Wait, farmers say they everywhere, man. They're on the 2 channel them. You're good. Yes, I go up on the work. But I'm gonna play it back. But yo, $3 billion debt. And they bought it from us for 1 point something billion. That's huge. Big up Venezuela. That's huge. How do we turn our backs on partners like that? No, I'm telling you, you see Jamaica reputation. If I was a country that me and Jamaica did have good dealings, the way I see this government navigated this Cuba thing, I would never trust Jamaica again. I wouldn't want to have anything to really do with them. In depth. Trust me. No, big up Venezuela, I swear. $1.3 billion for $3 billion debt? Come on, man. Stop it.
He was leading
Government
government
business.
business in the house.
Yeah. So we really trying to food. So most of the economic benefits that we're getting now
It's
was
because
from
of the
foreign
PMP.
policy
Yes.
that was developed by Michael Mann and people just like that.
My
I'm
general.
going to take this call and then
That is it.
look at what the Prime Minister spoke about on Thursday. Did he hit the right note? But Mary, go ahead.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen. You know something, Colin and Watson, of all the
Interest rate did go pan rent.
Has resulted in economic benefits to the country, which is a total lie, or if it's not a lie, and we stress that we are operating on a whole lot of misleading information. Yeah? One of the biggest misleading piece of information the Prime Minister made to the Parliament was in trying to...
No man, go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, was in trying to justify the termination of the Cuban program. And we stress that we are operating in a different international environment, so you can keep the 1970s and the rhetoric. And this is the first time the government's foreign policy has resulted in economic benefits to the country, which is a total lie, or if it's not a lie, he's telling them he really don't know about the history of Jamaica, and that is bad for the Prime Minister. So, for example, the relationship that we have with the Chinese now, which brings a whole lot of economic benefits, infrastructure, the ports, and all of those things.
Yes.
It's Michael Manley that went to China in 1990 to re-engage China. Michael Mann was the first man to recognize the One China policy, while the JNP administration, of which is a member, supported the Taiwanese people. They never supported the One China policy. Significant benefits from the relationship.
Some soup me drinking.
Additionally, the relationship with Venezuela was again initiated by Michael Manley, Carlos Andres Perez. We got Portmore through Venezuela, and the problem that this Prime Minister's administration created in 2008, which is a mismanagement of the global recession, yeah? And the jump in oil prices after the Iraqi invasion. It is Venezuela that helped us out. The biggest economic benefit that we got is that the current trajectory that we're on now in terms of our relationship with the multilateral agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us to, one, get the oil to run the economy, so whenever the balance of payments completely destroyed, if the balance of payments is destroyed, the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the help we're getting from the multilateral community now, if it was for his party alone, we wouldn't get any.
Bingo!
Out of the multilateral community because of the mismanagement of his party.
That's right.
If it was for his party alone, they wouldn't be talking.
That's right. That's right. If it wasn't for the Andrew HOLNESS party, because he was a senior member of that party at the time. As a matter of fact, when Bruce Golden had to go because of the the Dodo situation, and he had to resign, Andrew HOLNESS was the one that took the helm. That's how big he was. You understand? Andrew HOLNESS had the position that Floyd Green have now. Yeah. He was dealing with the business of the house. So talk to me nice. Venezuela gave us the opportunity to have that relationship, that good relationship. And I'm going to research something him just said a while ago. Hold on. Let me get back the terminology. Hold on.
Capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the help we're getting from the markets, commitment is destroyed, the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the loss of our relationship with the multilateral agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us to, one, get the oil to run the economy, so whenever have the balance of payments completely destroyed, if the balance of payments is destroyed.
All right, Google. Hold on, the people. How is the balance of payment important? No, sorry. How important it is for the balance of payment to not be destroyed in an economy? I should ask a better payment, you know. A balance of payment is how a country tracks how much money is coming in and going out. Learn what makes up balance of payment and how it works. Alright, let me see. Balance of payment made simple. Alright, so I have all of this. I guess this is as simple as you can guess. There are some basic rules governing how entries are records in balance of payments. A credit entry is recorded when transactions give rise to a receipt by domestic residents from a foreign resident. The receipt itself may take the form of an increase in the resident's foreign asset or balance of foreign currency. Whatever it forms, the receipt is recorded as debt entry. Conversely, any transaction that gives rise to a payment by a resident to a foreign resident is recorded as a debt entry. The payment that results from this transaction is recorded as credit entry. Oh, the double entry approach can be demonstrated with some hypothetical examples. Let us assume Alco, a mining company in Jamaica, exports US $2 million worth of bauxite, and Jim Peck's, a company in the United States, pays the bauxite company by depositing $2 million US to Alco bank account. Table 1 shows the entry that would made in Jamaica balance payment. Alright, and exports, so you have transaction that gives rise to receipt, financial account receipt from exports or increase in claim. It goes on to say exports will appear as credit entry, right? So that means you owe me, because they give rise to receipts from abroad. The receipt, which represents a claim on non-residents, appears as debt entry in the financial account. Conversely, imports of foreign goods and services will appear as a debit in the balance of payment, as these transactions give rise to payments to the rest of the world. The corresponding payments which results from the increase in liability to foreigners are recorded as credit entries. To illustrate, let us assume Jamaica imports US 150 million worth of oil. In the balance of payment of Jamaica, see table 2, the oil import is recorded as a debt entry, as it gives rise to a payment by a resident to a non-resident. The corresponding payment which results from the increase in Jamaica liability to foreigners is recorded as credit entry. So, it's a recording system, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's what I'm understanding from this. It's a recording system. So, balance of payment is very important in terms of you having good credit around the world. You can't go around owing countries and companies for asset that the government should pay for. And what Mr. Rastanaiman is saying is that if we did not get that deal from Venezuela, we could not have navigated bringing down the debt to GDP, all these austerity measures, because of the debt to GB, inflation and everything, the whole economy was in a space where Jamaica desperately needed that room to grow the economy or get the economy back to where it was before. Let's say that. To have the economy recover. Because you can't have a good relationship with the multilaterals if that balance is not balancing. So when I send somebody some things from Jamaica as a company, in their log it's a debt entry, in my log is a credit, so them owe me. At the end of the day, when you compare the debt to the credit and you match the thing them, it will go balance off and say, yeah man, you did pay what you're supposed to pay. So it's an accounting system, and it's important that those things are balanced, because obviously if you're not paying your debt, you can't get good credit, Jamaica. If you're not paying your debt on time, if you're not being fiscally disciplined, fiscally responsible, you won't be able to get credit. Credit runs the world. Plain and simple. I hope I made sense. That's my understanding. Alright, you guys can go read it up for yourself. Let's continue.
Agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us in the biggest crisis after the Iraqi invasion. It is Venezuela that helped us out. The biggest economic benefit that we got is that the current trajectory that we're on now in terms of our relationship with the multilateral agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us to, one, get the oil to run the economy, so whenever the balance of payments completely destroyed, if the balance of payments is destroyed, the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the help we're getting from the multilateral community, it was for his party alone, wouldn't get any help, that were locked out of the multilateral community because of the mismanagement of his party.
If it was for his party alone, they wouldn't be talking to us.
Precisely. So I want the people to understand that. So Venezuela sold us 3 billion in debt for 1.5 billion. That's a massive economic benefit. And because of that massive benefit from Venezuela, why we could bring down the debt to GDP ratio and now become the best friends of the multilateral agency. He never had anything to do with that. He was part of the team who got us locked out of the multilateral system. Yeah? So that is foreign policy. Yeah?
Raleigh, you mentioned Venezuela gave us Portmore. What do you mean?
It is Venezuelan money that built Portmore.
Jamaica. So the relief that Venezuela gave us, not only did it substantiate our reputation with the multilaterals, so we could have one, that was good, and so we could access the money. This is all Michael Manley, you know. This is all decisions of Michael Manley. So when you hear Andrew Holness coming to Parliament and I chat foolishness, rub him out on the social media page. All I know on TikTok and have a social media page. Rub him out. Find this clip on Portland Spice TV. This was 6 hours ago. Today is Saturday. Find this clip with the Rasta man explaining what he explained about Venezuela, our debt, our relationship with the multilaterals, and all I have to do is ask one simple question. So, Andrew, you said that Jamaica is in the problem they're in because of Michael Manley's decision to have these relationships with these communist countries, Venezuela, Cuba, and others. Well, how you explain this? Because your government is benefiting from having this, because your government never built a relationship with the IMF. You know. Only destroy it. But at one point, if it wasn't for Venezuela, we wouldn't even have a relationship because we couldn't manage based off what we want to do. Argument done. All I have to do is play the tape. All I have to do is play the tape. If you notice by my TikTok, that me do, you know. Play their own words and destroy them And the other day I kind of got technical where I went deep into a video and explained how the man is a liar, brother. With the facts and evidence of the day. Like, yo, the man is diabolical. It's amazing. He has no shame. I don't think he have a soul at this point. Bola, I bet you say 90%, 99% of the day, bright them don't know that. Brother, but me never know it neither. I today me know it, the rest of the man make me know. But it's not about not knowing, you know. It's how you respond when you learn something new. When you learn something new, and the facts them, you check it and you see the same facts. Why do you fight the facts? Because you're die-hearted? The man I've got talk about Portia Simpson Miller. Me, Portia Simpson Miller know what she do. Why that befall her? But I applaud her for all the other things that she did for the country. But it is what it is. You understand? That's why Pastor Apostle Shutterworth say, by her before 2027, for the first time, Jamaica is going to have a righteous leader. Not my word. This is a thus saith the Lord. By her before 2027, for the first time, Jamaica is going to have a righteous leader. What that means is that we have not had a righteous leader before. PG and nobody. Not even Michael Manley. All of them flawed in some way. For the first time, Jamaica, we are going to have a righteous leader. So I'm not here with the die-hearted rhetoric. No. It's just the truth of the matter we are dealing with. Truths and rights and justice overall. You understand? Righteousness never fall. Big up Capitan. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, BUSGET? Yo, who do you think you are? We living in a small world. As bad as you think you are, Andrew, we living in a small world. As tough as you think you are. Look at Andrew was saying, I'm not afraid of nobody. And a quiver to the United States. And a bow down like an old slave. People don't go watch my video them on YouTube. All of them. Watch my video them on YouTube and share them with some new people here. So your platform can expand. Big up my side and consider becoming a member of BOLO V&R 2.0. Alright? Let's continue.
A collaboration with the Michael Manley administration.
Oh, yeah. So, oh shit, we got Russell in the building. Oh, Russell in the building with the hundo. Shout out to Russell. Russell says, salute to you, Bolo. I never gave you a red bubble before. Keep up the grind. Keep hustling your channel. Keep growing. We still support the Deacon Jughead. Respect, player. Hey, man. Thank you, bro. That's a blessing right there. Respect, my brother. Salute to you. Red Bubble Russell in the building. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know Red Bubble Russell is a day one on this platform. You know what I mean? Support it from the jump. Thanks for the 100, bro. Respect. Hope you have a blessed week and I hope the family is good. You know what I mean? Stay solid. You know what I mean? Keep doing you, bro. All right. So, in terms of Portmore, ladies and gentlemen, the cap space, the room that the Venezuela gave us with that sweet deal for the oil, the room that they gave us, it allowed them to have that space to build Portmore. Do you guys know how much people have a castle in Portmore because of the People's National Party? Not only do they, it never started out as a castle, you know. It started out as an affordable home. Most of the houses in Portmore is a box. Literally a box. One bedroom, everything in a one. A box. The people of Portmore, and you know, this is where vision comes in. The people that got those houses, because they own something, it pushed them to do more for self. Milton, big up yourself. Herbert, big up yourself. Thanks for the follow. It pushed them to do more for themselves. Right? And now those homes that cost what? At the time, maybe 2 million Jamaican dollars. Still a lot of money at that time. But most people couldn't afford that. But this is what the People's National Party did for them. Very affordable housing. Right? At that time. And they paid, over time, and they finished, and they have their own house. And then they build on it, Jamaica. They built on those houses. Now those one apartment have turned into 3-story with more to the side. Listen, those buildings cost a lot of money right now compared to what they were worth then, because the surrounding area has developed into, I don't want to call it a city because I'm not going to play into the gerrymandering of the Jamaica Labour Party, but it's a well-developed community, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of the amount of infrastructure that's there and housing and stuff like that. And then if you've been to Portmore, because of the influx of the population of people that is there, and the activity, the culture, the music, the vibes cartels, and everybody else that have influence in that area, the radio station, like Portmore have their own radio station, Sun City Radio, mighty God. Sun City, let me see this. People don't bad mind. God is good. See this? Good stuff for your body here. Custard apple. Remember me tell you that. What you say? I chew the same part that when I come through, mommy?
Yeah, true. And the part small. You just come at you.
So them, Christopher, big up yourself. What is mommy? Them nice bad. Them is they are definitely a delicacy. I have to wait till. Billy Davis, what's up? Another day one in the building. Shout out to Billy Davis in the building. So Portmore is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, and that has created generational wealth for families. Yeah? Yeah? And there's a certain level of pride of owning your own home. You understand? And I think I have to go back to this. When we look at the People's National Party manifesto, there was a comprehensive focus on home ownership and land ownership. And again, Jamaica, we really dropped the ball. I think us, and I'm putting myself in it, I think I needed to do more. I think I needed to do more in reaching out to young people and having them understand how important these policies are to their development, their growth, their children, their children's children, my children, my children's children, the opportunities that the People's National Party was going to give us with those plans that they have. And this is how I know it's not fluff. The stuff that they were proposing, as great as it sounded, they were underselling it. As great as the manifesto of the People's National Party was, they were underselling their plans. They did not give us all their plans, Jamaica. They held back key components to how they would actually get this done. One of those key components that they held back is this that Mr. Julian Robinson said in his budget speech. This is definitely one of the things them for sure. And they said it, They said it in an interview. I believe it's Restraint is Key, exactly, Christopher. They said it in an interview. I believe it's on Colin Bell Show or Andre Show. One of those shows, he said it, that this was something that they had planned from before the election. This was a strategy to grow the economy. You understand? And expand the budget. Right? So I have to go to it again because, we don't want to just have Mr. Julian Robinson and Mark Golding's speech become a 9-day wonder. Not on this platform. No. We must let these things soak in, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? No doubt. This is it, right here, sir. This is it.
What we would do differently. Madam Speaker, I want to turn to what we would do differently. The government has looked at the revenue gap and has reached for the imposition of new taxes to fund the budget. and the continued drawdown of the NHT.
Somebody say, Mrs. Buchanan say, my land that I own, Bolo, is through Harry Douglas. Thanks to him. Awesome. And that's the other thing. I wanted to say this. With the plans that the PMP had for land ownership and home ownership, we would have seen the greatest transference of wealth from the Jamaican government to the Jamaican people. Yes, all these people that don't have their titles, you know what a title would do for them? They could go to the bank with that title and access collateral. You understand? Doreen say, put on a plan for tomorrow. I'm going to wait. What you say? What do you mean by that? What kind of plan? What do you mean by that, Doreen? But yeah, it really would have been the greatest transference of wealth from the government. Because remember that they used to call them crown lands, so we don't really own the land. Jamaica has not gone through the final process of making Jamaica a republic, which I believe is by design. Because it's not the PMP fault while it don't happen. The PMP is protecting the people. The things that the Jamaica Labour Party proposed in that reform is the reason why we can't go anywhere. And I believe that the people that HOLNESS is working for don't want the Jamaican people to own the land through the Constitution. They don't want the Jamaican people to have the wealth of the land through the Constitution. This is about power. This is about control. This is about colonialism. And I'm not necessarily talking about the West either. You understand? You have colonialists in the East as well. You understand? So, we, the people of Jamaica, need to understand this, ladies and gentlemen, that the People's National Party under Mark Golding, the man is really for the people. Honestly, he is really for the people. It would have been a massive transfer of wealth all at once to the people of Jamaica with all those lands that people have been on for how much years. You see how you guys see how slow the JLP is with that situation? You know what would have solidified it? Again, the constitutional reform. Another thing about the constitutional reform, ladies and gentlemen, that is key. There's a lot of things that they are looking to change. Stuff that they have signed off on already and agreed to change. But the way how our constitution is now, they can't do without Mark Golding. Mark Golding and the constitution is a problem for the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. There's bigger. These people are real sellouts, you know. They are real sellouts, you know. When I tell you them are some house slave. You remember in America, where the history of America is concerned, and that's why I understand that people are people. Remember in the Underground Railroad, there were white people that helped black people to escape that, you know. That's why I understand that people are people, you know. So when I speak, and I'm not speaking about the entire race of people being a certain way. Sometimes them leadership wicked, and the people them not in our the leadership them in, but it's a sticky situation. Much like how Stacey, how you doing? Good. Thanks for joining. Much like how Andrew HOLNESS is operating in the world now, destroying relationships with Cuba and stuff like that. He doesn't represent all of the Jamaican people. If I did the Jamaican people alone, the Cuban that they don't move. And if me do a poll right now, everybody are going to say the same thing. All Labour right to agree with me. You have some Labour right out there where have sense, you know? You have some Labour right out there where have sense. Me meet one of them out there. My jaw was on the ground and me hear the man talk about HOLNESS. And I'm saying, this man was not even cursing. The man just articulate the thing that when me talk about sometime. Yes! There's hope for Jamaica. We have Labour rights that have sense. I tell her, boy.
11.4 billion. We have looked at a similar bill, and we have determined an alternative way to fund the budget while balancing the lives of the Jamaican people.
So hold on there, Mr. Julian. Now that Andrew did say, what about the people's test? Well, here it is. We are asking him, Andrew, what about the people's test? Daisy, how you doing? God and time, big up. What about the people's test, Andrew? Guys, we can get to 50,000 subs, 50,000 likes again. Yo, I feel good about the 50,000 likes for the yesterday. Yo, wanna go on there? Yo, I tell you. Yo.
Madam Speaker, we have always said that compliance can bring in more revenues than simply raising new taxes.
Yes.
And I am recommending the implementation of an electronic invoicing system for the tax administration of Jamaica. The first source of this revenue would be this electronic invoicing system, which we estimate would generate an additional 8.6 billion in tax revenues. And I will explain how I came to that figure. Currently, and what this electronic invoicing does. So currently, when businesses make sales, they are required to upload their transaction records for verification by TAJ. The problem with the model is that obligation to upload sits with the business, and there can be slippage. Not necessarily because businesses are deliberately evading the obligations, although that happens.
Exactly.
But because it is a system where the seller is responsible for submitting the records. Transactions can go unrecorded, uploads can be incomplete, and there can be a gap between what was earned and what was reported. The electronic invoicing system changes that dynamic fundamentally. Rather than waiting for businesses to upload their records after the fact, the transaction data is captured and transmitted immediately to TAJ automatically at the point of sale. The government is no longer relying on voluntary compliance. The information flows directly and is matched automatically against what has been declared and remitted.
Sefu, send me a WhatsApp message right now. I have some things on that I like if you post in the chat when you are moderate here. Send me a message right now.
The scope for under collection shrinks considerably because the data is already there, verified and audited, without the business having to do anything beyond completing the sale. We have looked at case studies in other parts of the world. In particular, the impact that electronic invoicing has had in Central and Latin America. In Mexico, where this has been implemented, declared revenues increased by 14% in the 3 years after the electronic invoicing system became mandatory. In Uruguay, VAT, which is the equivalent of our GCT, and corporate income tax collections, rose by an estimated 3.7% when the system became compulsory. In Peru, taxable sales reported to the tax authority increased by 7% in the first year alone. Chile, which pioneered this model in Latin America, saw over 8 million electronic tax documents being processed monthly at the point of maturity, covering more than a quarter of all tax documents issued in the country. The pattern is consistent wherever this has been implemented. Better data means better compliance. And better compliance means more revenues from the same tax rates without asking anyone to pay more than what they owe. The experience...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sound solution. Any argument that is being put out there about how long it's going to take, brother, start now. You know, listen, we are in a desperate situation economically, you know. Jamaica is in a dire situation economically, you know. Inflation is already high. Gas prices, we're vulnerable to that. We're not producing enough food. We don't have food security. There's a water crisis coming up, in case you guys are not reading the newspaper, coming from the Minister of Water, or whatever I want to name, Mr. Matis Amuda. I don't remember which ministry him actually cover, but him a deal with water. Them actually come out in the article and tell us to look out for these droughts. Active fire, big up. Yes, and it is structured that way, Christopher. So, Jamaica, we don't have enough food for ourselves. The food that we're importing is vulnerable to these oil prices. So our importation bill is going to get higher automatically. There's another thing that the government is doing in their budget that the JMEA people came out in the article and talked about. The lady pretty much said we were at 75%. That was good where imports are concerned, right? They have put it to 100. So what the people would do is get the stuff them imported. Between the 25% that's left, that would be their area of markup where they can actually make a profit. When they put it to 100 now, simply explained, the markup is going to go over the 100. So it's going to be more expensive than it could ever be before. That is bad. But what makes it worse is that the imported goods that come in, well, those things are going to be cheaper. Because when you buy the stuff them to sell it back, you have to put a markup price on it to earn. The stuff that may come in, if you just sell that way, just normal, we in a the companies them manufacture them and say, yo, Virgin, what I do? The man them a ball out. So it's like everywhere we turn Maca joke way with this government. There is no the man them is like a cancer to the economy. And they're doing it. It's not like they don't have other solutions. When the PMP come with the sound solution, the man them don't take the solution, them then go with the same thing and stay wrong and strong and put the country in one bind. And Mr. Rastan Ayman said it this morning on Colin Bell show. The man them is going down the same path that they did when we got locked out from the IMF. At the same old playbook, Christopher. Is the same old playbook. Jamaica, listen to me. We have to wise up and rise up. You understand? We have to rise up and wise up. Right? And you see, it in terms of rise up and wise up, that could take many different forms. But you see, the real battle is spiritual. But we still need people to take to the streets peacefully and protest. I tell you guys already, I've given you guys real tangible suggestions that can have us navigate protesting the government without them using police force and army against us in any way. If we take our life. Because we don't trust them and we understand what they will do. You understand what I deal with? But what I'm saying is this. The social media is so powerful. It's so powerful. Let us choose a week, not a day. Let us choose a week of online protests. I am shifting the gear now. Let us choose a week of online protests. Choose the time of the day. Let it be a peak hour. Between the hours of 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. For 5 hours straight. Well, not 5. That's not 5. That's 5 hours. Yeah. For 5 hours straight, Jamaica. We'll be online protesting key issues. We're going to go online and we're going to use one hashtag. What we need on the hashtag is the demands of the people. Andrew HOLNESS and the government must resign. That's what we're asking for. And this is why. First of all, they have not garnered our trust. Trust has been eroded. We don't trust them to lead this nation. And furthermore, we believe that they are indirectly and directly responsible for subtle genocide taking place in Jamaica. I have said this before. From the police them unaliving people to the states at the hospital, right? and the lack of urgency where those things are concerned in fixing them, how you fix them, the body-worn cameras. And I heard Mr. Golden talk about it in the parliament, and somebody on the other side was talking about, oh, yes, body-worn camera. I lie them I tell. There's not enough body-worn cameras out there. How much police? Do the maths. Them say them procure 1,000. Yeah, them say them procure no more. What are they using most of the body-worn cameras for? For the man who do traffic ticket. Me see them with body-worn cameras. So, and you hear what Mr. Isaac Buchanan said? He's a lawyer, he's in court. They use body-worn cameras in court for evidence. So when them say there's not a system, Jamaica, they don't want the system up. Because them a kill off with pitney them, and brother and with sister. That is the truth of the matter. I mean, I say that when I say that with the water in our mouth. You understand what I deal with? And Mark Stewart said it. Whoever put the death order on the Jamaican people, they will die, thus saith the Lord. Yeah, man. Death is going to come to them and their family, man. Whoever sign off on it in the government, death is going to come to them and their family. No apology. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. This government decisions is going to and is resulting in subtle genocide. What is happening? Is it that Jamaican people are running away or they're dying in Jamaica? The hospital are killing off the people. The baby them when they're born yet are dead. Because of the hospital. Because of the conditions. A man get a head injury and go to the hospital. No CT scan. But them a buy drill for $30 million. And this morning me hear Mr. Alfred Dawes on Colin Bell show speaking about it again. Did you guys know that Dr. Alfred Dawes was not sued by this company where buy the drill? All know him not get sued. All know him not get sued. No paper to reach him. But there's a 2-year period. So he might wait and see about the suiting. But he want them to sue him because the information on him have, the man say when it is revealed who is actually the owner of the company where buy the drill, apparently in the parliament them there, right now. Apparently, based on, me I go play it. Hold on the Jamaica. Me I go play it.
The doctors and nurses from the diaspora to come back and give some service. So we can't
see who got us locked out of the multilateral system. Yeah?
Is the cause for the collapse of the program.
Yeah,
why is it that?
Say, but you know that
well, become more urgent because we are giving.
Yeah.
And what they found was that they had tried to paint me as a gangster, and after that they tried to paint me as dishonest. So if you look at a lot of their releases, especially from the quote-unquote affiliate groups, which are no more than letterheads for the communications group, they try to paint me as dishonest and untrustworthy because the truths that I speak are very damaging to them, and nothing that I've spoken has come out to be untrue.
Hey!
So they're gonna try the whole corruption thing, and they're gonna come with something else. That's all.
Before you go into the drill situation.
The drill situation.
Yes.
The drill is being probed by the Integrity Commission.
Yes.
And I believe that the Auditor General had written to them.
Yes.
But the drill is just the tip of the iceberg, you know. And when it comes out about the ownership of the company,
listen,
who they are, and the position that they're in, and the connections that they're in, you'll start to see pieces of the puzzle coming together to understand why I was so dogged in my pursuit with that that drill.
You were
people
sued.
want
Is that lawsuit still active?
No, man, they didn't serve me. That was to get me to be quiet. If they sued me, it would go to court and everything I know would have come out.
Hey!
And they don't want everything I know to come out.
Hey!
There's a reason why I was so confident. Because the best defense for defamation is the truth.
Yes.
So I wasn't served. And they know where to find me because I am in parliament with them Tuesday.
You hear what I'm saying? Them know where to find me because I'm in parliament with them Tuesday. Jamaica using a deductive reasoning. The person that owned that company is a politician serving right now in the court in the parliament. Him never called a name. But one out of the people them were there over there up on the JLP side in the government with him. Him said them know if you find him because him in a parliament with them on Tuesday. Jamaica. It's a nasty government, this, you know. And God have to take them down. Them is so entrenched in a corruption. And God have to take them down. Them so entrenched in evil and witchcraft. God have to take them down. You hear me say? And God have to take them. They are walking in the manner and behaving in the manner like they are untouchable because they know what they have structured in place. And Jamaica, you know, spiritually them have up on lockdown, so we not bust no grape. We not march, we not take it to the streets, we not do nothing. You have become docile. No nanny of the maroon spirit. That energy there. No Paul Bogle. No Marcus Garvey. No Bob Marley. When my man they name the next bridging, the Rasta bridging. We always did it with Bob. Some would have say I'm rival. The one who love cuss bad word. None of them the energy they no in the system. Don't do some of my Rasta man them right now. We're in the music. The man them give up the fight, brother. The man them give up the fight. Peter Touch, thank you so much. Primrose. Peter Touch. Spirit of Peter Touch. It's not there. It's not there. And I'm telling you, this time now is easier to navigate and protest than any other time. We have all the tools we need to raise the alarm to the world that we know this government does not share our confidence and they must go. But that has to be a genuine protest. Nobody can pay on if you do that. You must have your own conviction and decide say enough is enough. I am already there now. That's why I do what I do on my platform now. I am already there. I don't need to hear anything more. As a matter of fact, all the worst things that I'm hearing about the Jamaica Labour Party in terms of historically compared to right now, it just is like adding log to the furnace that is already burning at 2 gazillion Fahrenheit. I am already at the point where enough is enough. That's why I come on here and I give the commentary that I give and point out the things I point out, because it's important for persons to know that they didn't know like myself, because I wasn't following up. I am here for the people, especially that is like me, that never follow politics. I am here for the 70%, the 65% of Jamaican people that did not vote because they believe, say, this side and that side I see something. BOLO V&R is here to target you. And the person that watch me, if you know those people, share these live streams with them. Because I'm going to be honest about the PMP failures. I'm going to be honest. Yes. No one is perfect. But when you have a government now that it appears that they are deliberately trying to destroy this good nation, that is treason. I believe I believe actions and inactions that the Andrew HOLNESS-led government has done or not done are treasonous to the Jamaican people. That is my opinion. Yes. I believe they have committed treason against the Jamaican people. Firing the Cuban doctors and running them away is treasonous. That's just a recent treason when them commit. Without, and remember, you know how long they negotiate? And they never put no contingency in place for the Cuban doctor them. They didn't search the ends of the earth to make, listen, they couldn't have lost. Even if they got more people in the healthcare system, more healthcare professionals, while the Cubans were here and they were negotiating, even if they got more people, they couldn't have lost. You know why? Because we've heard the reports that the nurses and the doctors are overworked. They're working 48-hour shifts, ladies and gentlemen. They don't have the right equipment. Them start right foolishness and I give people, prescription where the people must say, no, but me allergic to this. There's all types of horror stories because the people them tired. It's not a fault of the doctor them and the nurse them. They are overworked. They are being enslaved by this current administration with the conditions that they have put them in. Again, another treasonous action because of inaction. They come and tell us that they spend the most money where healthcare is concerned. And I had called Andre the other night to end the program last night. I had called him. That was a great conversation between Isaac and Noel. And even the interview with Mr. Cleveland Tomlinson. Zane, it was a great show. Entertaining, informative, great show. Right? Great collaborations there. Very educative. You haven't listened to that, you definitely need to go check that out. Overworked and underpaid Primrose. Overworked and underpaid. And this is allowing them to become demotivated. There's two types of people. No, let me scratch that. There's three types of people in professions that need to have a sound mind and be happy. Because their job is high stress job. One, teachers. Teachers, no, as a matter of fact, there's four. Teachers. Teachers is one. Doctors and nurses is one. Police and soldiers is another. They need to be in environments where you make it at least stressful at point. Give them every single resource they need to do their jobs. Every single resource they need to do their jobs. Remember the police, they light up on the line, you know. That are enough stress already, you know. Oh, I have to put in fireman in it too. Although, you know, they probably don't get as much action and work, but they need to be ready at all times. Fireman. Because we hear some horror stories about the fireman them too, you know. Desmond Mackenzie. All of these guys are just a failure to the people of Jamaica. When you don't have when you have a police force that is not fully equipped, that is genocide to the people. Isn't the police supposed to be saving lives? Then if they are not properly equipped, that means a life was lost because of you, the government. That is called subtle genocide. And as the bodies pile up, it is genocide. When you neglect to use our tax dollars properly, to equip the hospitals, the nurses with basic equipment, with high-level equipment that is needed for public hospitals, beds, ambulances, CT scans, etc. You name it. And persons die as a result of that. Babies die as a result of that. That is genocide. So, I can argue my point about genocide where this government is concerned because of their inaction and lack of their inaction and actions. I can argue that point. I have a solid point where that is concerned. Good evening, how are you doing, Matthew? Right? Now, one of the biggest protests that we could have protested is September 3rd. And I'm speaking to the persons that did not come out and vote. I'm speaking to you. You are worse than the Labour right then. You are worse than the Labour right them that vote for Andrew Holness. Yeah, man. There's more of you than anybody will vote for PNP or JLP. Imagine if only they vote. You are worse than the Labour right them. No, it's the truth. But no, hey, may I tell you the truth? Cast it what it will, you know. Cast it what it may, I'm going to tell you the truth. You are worse than the Labourites. You are more responsible for the decay of the country. More than the Labourite them. Because every 4 or 5 years, you had an opportunity to be the catalyst to change the trajectory of where Jamaica is going. And you sat by and said, me not vote. And you watch the country burn. What them say? You are an accomplice to the crime? In law? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You drive the criminal guard his spot. Right? Or even if they stand by and watch a man about to burn down a house with a whole heap of people in there, and you did not take up the phone and call the authorities. You are complicit to the crime. But let's continue with Mr. Dr. Alfred Dawes. Breaking news.
No. At some point, they may serve it after 2 years. And that's basically just the time they're up in court. Because you know that, like I said, when it comes out, you know.
You say after run, so
I have to run, so we'll catch up another time. Eh?
But Dr. Dan, just before you go, what does the government do now with the shortage of doctors? What do we do? And what people will have to start? Just that before you.
We have to take better care of ourselves. And we have to find an alternative to the Cubans that are departing. We have to expand very rapidly our training program. We have to see if we can attract the doctors and nurses from the diaspora to come back and give some service. So we can't sit by idly and just throw our hands up in the air. We have to get cracking right now because, like I said, because of the poor handling of the situation, by offering them the subcontractors contracts, we expedited their removal from the system. All right, God help us all, I can say.
Yeah.
And take care of yourself, don't get sick.
Go on, pray. Bless up. One love.
Yeah, the man say, God help us all, take care of yourself, and don't get sick. That is the shadow spokesperson on health. Jamaica, I don't think I understand what the man said a while ago. You know? The man said, God help us all. Take care of yourself and don't get sick. I don't know why people still have fight, you know. Why do they still have conflict and a knife and them something there. Why not drive hard on the road? All Jamaicans should be walking as if you don't want jinx to come on you. We're supposed to walk on eggshells. We're supposed to be super careful. Mr. Monk style. Okay, my darling. Jamaica, we can't afford to get sick. It's serious.
Yeah.
Teacher and
Those
class.
those are massive economic. Those are massive economic benefits. Yeah, we were locked out of the multilateral community between 2012 and 2013. The joke is the multilateral community was when Jamaica is going to fail. The Prime Minister was an important part of the administration that got us locked out of the multilateral community. So
he was leader of this.
When you hear that, Splash Digi, big up yourself, my bro. When you hear that, but just when I play your MP in a Splash Digi, Dr. Alfred Dawes, you know. Yeah, man. See it there? Just when I play your MP, man. Boy, may I tell you, people, when you hear the man say a while ago, we got locked out. The joke at the IMF was when Jamaica is going to fail. When Jamaica is going to fail. They expected us to fail. They expected us to fail, Jamaica. Mighty God.
He was leader of government business in the house.
Yeah. So who is he trying to fool? So most of the economic benefits that we're getting now was from foreign policies that was developed by Michael Manley and the People's National Party. Total lie.
All right, we have a call on the line. I'm going to take this call.
Rasta now play with them, man.
But we have a problem with them because while at the same time.
Back past some of what we talk already. And when he put on bad mind, and him pick up Mark Golding for calm, and him at the phone.
Big up Splash Digi respect for the gifts them, my G. Listen, Jamaica. Don't make Andrew own it. No, you can imagine the man do a budget speech. You know what people remember? The foolishness him talk about water and the anti-bad mind act. That was the highlight of Andrew Owen's speech. How disgraceful for a leader of a country in a time when we have a war in Iran that is going to affect us. The man come into the parliament with gimmicks when the lives are... The man don't care if no one dead. That's what me get from it. Andrew Owen don't care if the people want dead for hungry. It's just the truth. He's laughing in our faces because he's having money, you know. And he make sure take him $20 million, you know. And all I'm back pay, you know. Right? Christopher said, the kind of folks would give you a bucket with holes and expect you to deliver says it all. Yes! Yes! Andrew Owen give people in basket for car water. And you know, basket already have hole in there. But them put some bigger hole in there with a tax. This a tax up there. This a new tax plan here. This government is evil. I am fully convinced. Everything what Pastor Chambers said, he man point about the government here. Everything what Mark Stewart said, he man point about the government. As subtle as Skip say correct bowler and Jonas have Jamaican people tax money. Yeah, my mother in the background. That's what he in the background with me. Splash Digi say correct. No, he said correction bowler and Jonas have Jamaica people tax money. Mighty God, that's a whole other conversation now, Splash Digi. I stand corrected, sir. I stand corrected. You understand? Wow. I'm gonna tell you, man.
benefited. We know saying a piggyback off. Can.
So, while he was...
All right. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Yeah. So, while he was speaking in Parliament,
Yeah, he said nothing about the Middle East, nothing about the war.
Nothing.
War never come out time about Middle East never come out.
Alright, so I don't remember Andrew speaking about any war. I heard him talk about the current power structure geopolitically of the world right now. I never heard him go into any specifics about the war in Iran and how the Jamaican government is going to navigate the war in Iran. I never heard that. Brother, USA, I feel it in the people in the USA. Yo, them angry with Trump right now, you know? If we go start the war, you know? Everything going up, you know? So I don't want nobody feel like say this is some joke thing. When I see them, the people there are ball and other people around the world are cry. If you listen to even the government, the Prime Minister of Canada, that man is so in touch with the reality. The effects of all of this. And as a leader, you have to navigate your people around that time. And it takes forward planning. It takes critical forward brainstorming. But it appears that them people are really not no brain in a bridging. And so it looked to me, you know. Reconnecting warm to my life. Hold on there. But they're more reconnecting over here, so go on. Sometimes, sorry, say me I know I'm a nerd, you know. You know Jamaica? Sometimes, sorry, say me I know I'm a nerd. You know how cool it would be if I could like build my own power source? Natural power source. Mark Carney, thank you so much, Matthew. Hey, we have some bright people in our place, you know. Mark Carney. You understand what I'm saying? The man are laughing at our face, Jamaica. The man said them have water for $20. From me hear that, me know say a foolishness, you know. Me say NWC put out a statement say those water are not sold. And this is why I not have no respect for nobody in the Jamaica Labour Party. I kind of want to hold out for Matthew Samuda because he seemed quiet and he seemed sound and he seemed like he appear as if he's trying to do his job with some level of I don't want to say integrity, but some level of seriousness. He sounded like he was moving as if that he have a little difference with them. But what I saw from him in that gimmick with Andrew HOLNESS, it tells me that he's no different from them. He's a clown just like them. All of them over Labour Party are clown, you know. Laughing in the face, big up yourself strategy again. Laughing in the face of the people of Jamaica. Sharon said, if you detox, drink alkaline beverage, fruits and rest, and avoid hospital. No, Sharon. Me and Miss Alone, someone I talk about this same thing the other day. And him say, but Bolo, the people them can't afford them something the way I talk about. There's levels. There's levels. And like I said, people might say, oh, you can't just tell me say pray and ask God for guidance. And there's many different suggestions that have been given that you can implement. Jamaica, I'm going to tell you one quick story. Just a quick story about myself. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. My mother has been an entrepreneur for years. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. There's ups and downs. You have to truly believe in yourself. And of course, you have to have God behind you. Because the hands of the Lord will guide you. Alright. Sometimes God I put things in place for you. If you're rainy day, you understand one splash it up and up. See? Yeah, sometimes God I put things in place for you if you're rainy day and not even realize because God have a vision. Right? And God said that I come, so God said, alright, as my child, you're gonna need this. So let me send you the help from now. Before I even go down on your knee and pray, God answer your prayer. How amazing. How amazing, man. Before you even go down on your knee to oh God love we. Before we even go down on your knee and pray. When you say Sharon live a break up, yeah, them keep cutting off my live. You hear me clear now? 6, big up. Sharon, you hearing me clear now, Sharon? No know why them attack BOLO V&R 2.0, you know? Why them attack BOLO V&R 2.0? You hear me better now? Please let me know. It's still a buffer. Them keep doing these things, man. And the internet, alright, in the internet, no, do not need up on the other phone, I know. I don't know why that's happening. It in and out. Yeah, me see it a buffer. But big up the people that still stick to the live same way. Although it a buffer. Usually when the live start buffer, people sit there now. Totally crash. Totally crash the backside. Totally crashed. I like that totally crashed a while ago. Can't believe. I will start it over. Why the devil is a liar? The devil is a liar, Jamaica. No man, it's serious. I want to this phone here. Yo, something wrong with that phone here. Phone here going bad. Let me see cut off one more time. I hate that. But tell the people them to come out to BOLO V&R clips.
No time out.
No, clearly it is above his head, and I tell you all why. That is why we have a problem with them. Because while, and the same thing happened in 2008, while Ursula van... Yeah.
Go ahead, you go ahead.
Listen.
While Ursula van der Leyen, the head of the European Commission, she represents the 27th country in the Eurozone. Eurozone is the second largest collective economic space in the world. $20 trillion. Yeah. While people in the Gulf Cooperation Council, the ministers were meeting, yeah, while Andrew Bailey, the governor of the Bank of England, was saying, boy, the price of fuel is driving up inflation, so I have to keep interest rates high. While Jerome J. Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board, America's and the world's most powerful independent central bank, was saying, inflation is accelerating and we have to keep rates high. Prime Minister was speaking at that time in Parliament. So if you really understand the word, even as I say, Madam Speaker, this presentation is being made against the background of the deteriorating global economic situation because of the galloping energy prices, which is leading to an acceleration of inflation, higher interest rates, and probably another great recession. So as a result of that, this is what the government of Jamaica is going to do in relation to fuel prices, because the people don't know. Last year, Jamaica is a fuel-dependent country. Yeah, last year for the first 10 months, the price of oil was $60 per barrel. The country's oil bill was $1.5 billion. You follow me?
Yes.
In the budget,
$60 per barrel.
Yeah, in the budget, they are projecting oil price of $62 per barrel for the next 4 years. So that tells you how way off they are. Yeah. So he should be speaking to those things and talking about the adjustment in the budget through the external accounts, because these things are going to come through the external accounts. That's what we call the foreign exchange account. Yeah? So with those prices, it means that the budget numbers in terms of oil is completely wrong. So something like that, you would have to address that and tell the speaker that, and then come down to Jamaica, because everything that he's saying right now hinges on where the price of oil goes, because where the price of oil goes tell you where international inflation goes, and tell you where interest rates goes, and tell you where global economic growth goes, and tell you where investments goes. You follow me? So all that what he said is just in a vacuum, because he never made a connection between those things and what is happening internationally. Remember, Jamaica is a small open economy. America is our major trading partner, and America is feeling the greatest economic effects of the war.
Yes.
Yeah? So that affects remittances, that affects tourism flows, all those things. Yeah? And those are the big sectors that Jamaica is depending on. So all our ways make no sense until he makes that connection.
But how you could speak for 4 hours and odd? And the biggest thing we are going in the world.
Precisely, ignore it.
It not come out of your mouth, you know, say nothing about the war.
That's what I tell you, and not just the war and the impact on the America and the Jamaican economy. Yep.
I must be afraid of Netanyahu and Trump. You know, want to seem as if he's speaking negatively about the war. I wonder for that. Is Andrew Holness that compromised, ladies and gentlemen, as a leader, that he cannot be honest about the effects of the war? The negative effects of the war? There's no positive effects of war. It's more negative than anything else. Regardless of the reason why you go to war, there's no real positive effects of war. War is a last resort. When all else fails. When all else fails, Jamaica. You should never want to be the person that starts a war. Never. You should only want to be the person that ends the war. But my God, these other countries, right? These other countries that are have a $23 trillion. I don't know if you guys caught that. $23 trillion is their budget. They were preparing themselves for the impact. These other countries, the country that he referenced that have a $23 trillion well, like a budget, wealth gap, whatever they want to call it, to show you how the country has surged. They were concerned. They are concerned. They are meeting. They are saying, how are we going to navigate this time? How are we going to navigate this situation? So we are such a vulnerable country. Yo, let me tell you something, man. I tell you already now. This government, to me, is leaving Jamaica wide open to get raped. Jamaica is like an all-girls home. Right? Matthew, big up. You're back. I don't know I'm still live. I have to just it break up every minute. But I think it's the phone. Jamaica is like an all-girls home. You know, most vulnerable are the female them. And this government open up the door for pirates come in and take advantage of the girls. And they can look at the girls in many different ways. Our sovereignty, our resources, our people, our people's welfare, our people's health. They can look at it in many different ways where that analogy is concerned. But one thing is for sure, they have left us vulnerable. With no clear strategy, no credible strategy or plan, or no plan damn near, to grow the economy while the fiscal laws are relaxed. They're not accelerating nothing. They talk about NARA, but NARA is not. Who is the head of NARA? Who? As a matter of fact. Let me go to my phone.
Oh, did he speak about oil prices somewhere in there? No?
No, not that I heard of. It was a whole lot of announcements and promises about NARA and FAST and all of those things. Those things mean nothing.
Nothing.
If the global economy continues to deteriorate.
But let me tell you what I pick up out of the NARA too. Because he mentioned the NARA as the authority for rebuilding after the hurricane, right? And said it will be the single entity to do the rebuilding. He puts an oversight committee named JAMROC. I find oversight. But then he split NARA with a thing called Fast Jamaica. No one split that in a NARA already.
Yeah, man. All those things are just nonsense. Those are just announcements. Not touch on the reality that will affect the people now. Remember, we heard about the Growth Council with about 50,000 people who were supposed to be entrepreneurial driving 5 and 4.
Yes.
5 and 4 came out at 0.8% per annum for 10 years. Yeah? So that kind of thing are frightening. Yeah, because we are them big names up there already, and we said them come to nothing. Yeah, because they're not making the connection. Yeah, there's no budget support for them to only $30 billion has been allocated for rebuilding after Hurricane Melissa. So I just think that is less than 1% of GDP. 1% of GDP is $38 billion. $30 billion has been allocated for that. Yeah? So all these big name things are them things. Them things don't make sense when they dig deep and look at the numbers. Yeah?
So
those are the...
Him talk about building the bypass for Hanover, for Lucy. Is that money in the budget?
No.
Him talk about building the East Harbour, something that I have been calling for in Port Antonio. Is that money in the budget?
Nothing is in the budget, for instance.
The bypass of Port Antonio, that is in the budget, though?
Yeah. But no other things. Yeah. And remember, all those things, again, as I said, depend on cost and where inflation goes. Even where investment goes. Yeah? So if international interest rates are going to be going up, the UK looking at inflation of 6%, Andrea said. That's well.
UK looking at inflation of 6%. What Jamaica said that we looking at?
4 to 6. UK normally inflation projection at 2%. Right? 3-4. Because
you're breaking up again, right?
The war, it's up 3-4 because of the impact of the war on cheap plastic.
My mother does us bad. Ask people about what she can get water for buy for $44. Andrew the foolishness. Brother, yo. Man, are real germs, yo. You know, sick of them, brother. Sick of them. Not like people take people for idiot, you know. You know me always know myself, I always try to teach people. Never like take people for idiot, you know. I never do them, not try them something, you know. It's a form of disrespect, you know. And it's true, me like treat people how I want to be treated. You understand what I say? And Joan is too disrespectful, man. I'm going for going. Don't tell people about $40 for water. And you see, what the thing is, you know, Andrew was not even addressing what Mark Golding said. Mark Golding said when you go in the street or the corner shop, one bucket of water for $100. Come on, man. That mean all in some place at $150 on a joke. On a joke.
Corrupt government cannot liberate.
Or hear the argument that from Dre Bryan.
If the head of the stream.
Okay, guys.
Hear the argument that from Big Up Atta Vipers.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
As a Hurricane Melissa make you can raise their salary to the 18,500. How because of Hurricane Melissa you raise fare to 28 million? No, we have to ask the question them, you know. We have to ask them the question. How is it? Say Hurricane Melissa blow up. And because of Hurricane Melissa, me can't go to the 18,500. Because things bad. But you see it fit and proper right after Hurricane Melissa blow up to take the 28 million plus your retroactive. I want to know. I mean, not done my program this afternoon until me get an answer.
Hear the argument.
$1,000.
Yeah.
For the poor.
So
while Andrew's wife take 23 million and Andrew take 28. But come to think of it.
Jamaica. This is a sound and solid argument from Jerry Bryan. You know? I want if you don't know. I want you to think about it. These people are for themselves. They are not for the people. Based off of what them are saying now. Them can't get the people them a jump. And it's not the first time them a do it. That's why I say, when you drop a ball September 3rd. The people them showing who them is. You know say Andrew Honest is right. In a one way, we know say them thief election, but in right in a one way. If you believe say they win the election, fair and square, it means that the Jamaican people saw all of the wickedness that Andrew Honest did and said to him, we love what you're doing. Continue to do the wickedness. You hear what I say? Hear my argument, you know. If you believe that they won the election fair and square, it means then we could assume that the people of Jamaica, the ones that may never vote and the ones that may vote for Andrew, say, we love what you are doing. Continue to do it. What did Andrew Honest do? Well, they increased their pay. And the teachers and nurses and the doctors, especially the teacher them, and the police force are ball out too. They are not satisfied with their money. So the people them that is doing the heavy lifting, for one, teaching the nation, and two, protecting the nation and keeping order where crime is concerned. They are being underpaid and under-resourced, while the government said, we don't care where things are. We want free money. We want with 300 to 200% increase for free money as government official. To hell with you. Uno can't wait. Uno come last. Jamaica, it was your duty on September 3rd. One true emperor. It was your duty on September 3rd to choose Jamaica by choosing yourself. Choosing you. Because Andrew Honest chose themselves. They never chose Jamaica, but they tricked you into telling you to choose Jamaica, which would mean choosing them. Choosing Jamaica would mean choosing the party that is going to do right by you, the people. Andrew Honest government has showed time and time again over this 10-year period that them choose themselves. Imagine this man went through all he went through to deceive the people as if he is not going to take this pay. And on our darkest hour, when we need the money to help to rebuild people's lives and the economy is in a bad shape, the man choose to press down more upon the economy and do the economy the worst by taking all of his money. And then come out and tell you, well, I have 4 ministries apart from being the prime minister that I manage. As if nobody did tell him, say, I'm mandating for him go do that. Him take on extra work for himself and then put on extra pay when other people out there supposed to do those work because what? Them a minister of government for those areas, not true? But him put it under his ministry while paying those people their full salary same time. Jamaica make it make sense. Them a money a thief. The man them a rob with tax dollars. Highway robbery for poor work. And not only are they robbing our tax dollars, they are robbing the NHT. Them are rob few money where we put in the bank. All thief them. But when you forget your pay, that you, I mean, like the title where reasoning Rattigan put up, are there thieves, liars, and criminals and dunces in Parliament? The answer to that is yes, 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 and yes. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, what Jerry Byrne say, you come and decide that we don't forget pay because of crisis, but you pay yourself. So we if you come last and you if you come first. Jamaica. This man should be exiled. Him family. Not even his son them nothing. And me tell you something, I don't want to see nobody from Andrew Warren's family lineage. Forever come in politics again. Nobody ban them. He has stained the reputation of his entire family. Because nobody in a film family can look at him and tell him publicly say, yo, you need to stop it. I don't trust none of them. So me I put it on his family them too. Every single member of Andrew Holness family. Every single member of the JLP, young and old, were in the government, in the structure. Whether G2K, L2K, then K, me K, no K. They should never see the opportunity. Not even opportunity them not forget. If they believe so they can win one election nowhere ever again. A sound of a serious. A sound of a serious. That I want supposed to do. Vote them out to never to return. The man them is a fungus, a bacteria, a cancer, a worm, a tapeworm. What they call him a leech. Sucking out the substance of this country dry. None of them not even cousin them. Nobody for Andrew Holness. Mark them down. They must be nowhere near our government structure. Yeah, man, I tell you. Jamaica cannot survive a government like this again, ever. Moving forward. We need our own Ibrahim Traore. A man will come in a power and say, yo, listen, I don't need all that money, you know. We're going to use that money to build the country. Thank you very much, Sassidi. Nobody asked him to put those offices in those agencies and ministries in his office. Nobody asked him to do that. Come and talking about he's trying to justify that. And then tough time tell the nurse them say if they want to go, they can leave and then I beg them to come back.
If the average man in this country I get 16,000 for the week and then put $1,000 more pan it, make 17,000 uno I go get come July. After the week that you know. Alright.
Jamaica, I just want to put it in a context. Our box food, Andrew Holness put on the pay. Some box food of it, I mean I talk about one medium box food, you know. It's a medium box food, Andrew put. Yo, $1,000 can't buy one good KFC meal, you know. I just wanted to make that sink in, you know. 2,500 per the pay was not enough. Him dedicate himself to giving the people them that. Committed. Promise. Another failed promise. How much days it take? How much days from September 30 till now? 5 months. 3 5 hours. 150? It took 150. Yeah, 150, right? Yeah. It took 150 days for Andrew Honest betray the people with that promise when tell them about them increase. And the man had the gall to talk about his government increase this thing more than any other government increase it. As if the people wasn't suffering from inflation and he had to increase it. Context matters. It's not a growth in the economy. People weren't doing well and they decided to say, you know what I looked at? I saw an article. I got Antigua and Barbuda go live. I swear. I got Antigua and Barbuda go live. Antigua and Barbuda minimum wage has approved an increase in the national minimum wage from $9 US to $11.50 per hour. Hey, let me get my calculator here, man. I got Antigua and Barbuda go live. Mighty God. I need an Antigua and Barbuda wife. Right now. I got Antigua and Barbuda go live. You hear me say? No, this bad. If Jamaica rise up and run with them, man, I got Antigua and Barbuda go live. Yeah, man, don't have to run with them people, man. Them man are wicked, brother. $11.50 US a hour, you know. $11.50 US a hour. It was at 9 Jamaica and then increase it. Jesus. The man insists that trouble is ahead with the oil price, man. The man then increase it. Alright? So US dollars. You did the 9 already. Alright. $9 and that. Times by 40. Zine? 40 hour week. Them a make 460 US dollar a week. Why would the man if I make 460 US dollar a week right now? No? You remember good? 460 US dollar a week. Times that by 155. Them a make $71,300 a week, Jamaica. Carly said them a make $65,000 a week. I got Antigua and Barbuda go live. Where you say you need a St. Lucia wife? Jamaica. Honestly, Jamaica always a boast about we are the apple of the Caribbean pretty much. We are the envied ones. Then all the hell our work at them in the tourism sector. I make $2 little bit an hour. $2 little bit an hour. Look, Antigua and Barbuda pay for them people $9 hour improving now. April 1st, them say it come up, ladies and gentlemen, 11.5. $11.50 per hour US dollars. A hour. It came in the Star, no. Read the Long Life, one article. I think I enough for them area. Zine. University students found dead in Spain after he went missing on Tuesday. Wow. Big up Mr. Jesse James Clark, you know. Yeah, man. Big up Mr. Jesse James Clark. I make nobody E. coli. Can you imagine? After there's reports of E. coli in the water, them man are really talk about people buy $20 water. I wonder why it costs $20 if it costs that. I want it. You see, you mean the E. coli water? The pipe water. Face favor kudu mono. To the cinema people that try to kill you, have to think a joke. Man, them catch on one big ganja field. 170 pounds of ganja seized. 2 arrested. Acres of ganja destroyed. Mighty God. That is so sad. Yes, the KFC don't so them broke it, you know say. Them man the one on Black River. I don't know. We are trying to set me up for man. I don't know. They have somebody prophesied say such people won. So me don't know. But we're gonna find out all these things eventually. Robbins, hold on, so. This is something we're coming at the newspaper we need to highlight. Robinson digital nomad proposal good for market, but needs fleshing out. Zane, listen to this. It says here that the Realtors Association of Jamaica, RAJ, has endorsed opposition spokesperson on finance, Julian Robinson's proposal for a digital nomad program, arguing that it could boost both long-term and short-term rentals while attracting remote workers to invest in or eventually settle in Jamaica. Where's the lie? Most people that come to Jamaica fall in love with Jamaica, you know. There was a man that had called on Andre's show saying him and business, but as long as Andrew is there, him now. No, yes. Somebody called my program as well. The man say him have the money for do in a whole heap of different investment in a Jamaica. And him not coming to Jamaica as long as Andrew HOLNESS is the government or leading the government or the Jamaica Labour Party is there. He will not invest his money. Now you tell me, after the corruption in the country, no sound investor now want to come to Jamaica. Andrew HOLNESS is an uncertified flip-flopper. How can you invest in Jamaica with an uncertified flip-flopper as the leader of the country? How? But anyway, let's go on. It says here that we actually think it's a good, it would be good for our market. Gabriel Gilpin Hudson, president of RAJ, told the Gleaner, we think that these people will come here and spend money. They will go to restaurants, they will be renting places, they will be employing people to clean their homes or pay persons to clean their homes. So I think that it will spur economic activity. She added. Robinson, in his contribution to the 2026 budget debate in the House of Representatives last week, argued that measures would avoid new taxes, on the Jamaican recovering from the catastrophic effects of Hurricane Melissa, with a proposed US $2,000 visa fee and a target of $5,000 per participant in 5 years. Robinson estimated that the initiative could generate $1.5 billion US in revenue and stimulate economic activity through spending on accommodation, dining, local services, particularly leveraging Jamaica's appeal as a tourist destination. And I take it a step further, ladies and gentlemen. The men that come here usually log on for a female if they're into females. And trust me, money is going to come out their pockets. I can tell you. Yes, man. What? Probably has some house bill on them something. They want to say, yeah, girl, I'll get 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom fix up. Some money for invest in our farm. Where you say? You don't know where Jamaican ladies then go to work already. When a man fall in love. When a man fall in love from overseas, you don't know where it go. So outside of all those regular things they would be doing. Ladies and gentlemen, just imagine the man them come here and fall in love with that woman with all of their money they want to spend already. It's going to be more money coming out of their pockets into the Jamaican economy. I'm just saying. Tell me where I lied. Tell me say I lied, me I tell. Add to the money we are going to come in our country. Moving on. we can appreciate that more significant economic contributions comes from those 5,000 people. Do while they're here, said Robinson. They stay in hotels, rent properties, they eat at restaurants, they use local services, they spend, and spending circulates through the economy. She noted that association backed the concept when Barbados introduced it in 2020 and had at the time recommended that Jamaica adopt a similar program. When you hear that? She noted that the RAJ in 2020 told Jamaica government, this Andrew, only see why I say them man no mean the country no good. Barbados implemented the same program in 2020 and you're telling me, I didn't know this, I read the article, just reading it. The RAJ, the Realtors Association of Jamaica, recommended to the government that they use the same program and they did not. Can you imagine if they had done that since 2020, ladies and gentlemen? We're in 2026. Jesus. Oh my God. We need to get rid of them people. Do you know how much potential money Jamaica has lost from 2020 till now because the man them never implement this program? Do you know how much Jamaican women could have been married and get a good husband who will take care of them and fly them out from 2020 till now and help them family? Yo, we have to get rid of that government. You can't have a government that don't listen to sound ideas and implement them. And we just endorse them and endorse them and endorse them. It can't work, Jamaica. It worked for Barbados. Them sis it work. And from 2020 till now, them not implement it. I'm not even gone in the Andrew speech. I know so I'm not listen. I'm not going night. I'm not going night. The Barbados Welcome Stamp Program was impacted. The island economy and global perception as a remote work destination with participation who are exempt from local income tax, contributing to various sectors, including housing, transportation, and retail. However, the increased demand from high-income remote workers has caused concern about the rising cost of housing and potential displacement of locals. Jill Payne Hudson stated that Jamaica already faces an affordability challenge in the real estate market for locals, but said that this issue needs to be looked at separately. You have different things there, including things like the cost of construction, supporting infrastructure, land availability and zoning, and things like that need to be looked at and addressed, she said. I don't think that the estimate 5,000 persons coming under this program. I don't think the estimate 5,000 persons coming under this program. Those 5,000 persons, I don't think will be enough to move the needle of affordability one way or the other. So what she's saying is that, Jamaican darling, big up. What she's saying is that this argument that is being posed by the JLP economic apologist that try to throw cold water on the brilliant ideas of the People's National Party. She's saying, really and truly, it doesn't hold any weight what they're talking about. 5,000 people will not move the needle in changing the trajectory in terms of, housing being more expensive for Jamaicans because of these people. No. Foolishness, Jamaica. Anyway, moving right along. It says here that she asserted that proposal needs more detail and the RAJ is committed in assisting in such a policy where to be adopted. So the RAJ is loving this idea so much that they're willing to become a part of the policy construction of the thing. They are motivated, Jamaica. Huh? What has the government done that have these people excited to say they want to be a part of it? The business community is speaking out, ladies and gentlemen. The People's National Party have the sound ideas to make the economy go and move. These are sound ideas that are already proven in other places. There's no excuse to not implement these ideas outside of your sabotaging the country. So I am at the point where the Jamaica Labour Party is sabotaging the country and sabotaging the people of Jamaica and putting us under high stress with high taxes where they don't need to, because there's an alternative that they are not exploring. And you, the people of Jamaica, are the ones that need to take it to the street. The People's National Party have done what they're supposed to do. I was listening to Colin Bell with Mr. Dr. Alfred Dawes earlier. And the man said, Dr. Dawes, the People's National Party need to do more. You know, you were voted in by people and rotated. The man said, no, we are doing what we are supposed to do. If we don't get the support of civil society, if we don't get the support of people going to online and raising their voice in concert about the things that we have highlighted, then we are just in our room alone, shouting at the top of our lungs with no support. So the man is saying the people have the power and they need to exercise the power through their own advocacy. The PMP has given them the tool to do so. Here are different alternatives to grow the economy. How you like this? You don't like this? Well, let the world know, let Jamaica know, let the Prime Minister know, let the government know, Nerida, that you love these policies and they should implement it now on your behalf. Take it to the streets. That is what Mr. Alfred Dawes is saying, and he's absolutely right. I'm sometimes cringe when I hear somebody come online and talking about the PMP need to do more. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you guys blind? You guys are waiting on somebody to save you? If the PMP was not doing their job, they would not oppose the government and they would come and tell us, yes, man, this is the best idea. Yeah, they would support everything the government is doing. Not only are they not supporting what the government is doing, they have come up with sound ideas that actually speak to your plight that you're going through within your community as a regular citizen of this country that work and pay taxes, that is living hand to mouth, that probably don't have a roof over your head now because of this hurricane. The government, Mark Golding and Julian Robinson spoke on our behalf. Dr. Alfred Dawes has spoken on our behalf. Chris Brown has spoken on our behalf. Omar Newell has spoken on our behalf. Damian Crawford has spoken on our behalf. Nita Garvey has spoken on our behalf. All the representatives, the 28 representatives. Mr. Russell from South, East St. Ann, Mr. Russell, Kenneth Russell, has spoken on our behalf. They have been representing Miss Bennett, Hanover, Miss Perkis, Queen of the South, Dr. Alfred Dawes, Isaac Buchanan has spoken on our behalf, has worked on our behalf. Help yourselves, Jamaican people. Use the tools there that you have right in front of your phone and your internet. Let's choose a week. And next week might be the best week. After Favour Williams can chat foolishness in the budget. Final presentation. Next week might be the best week. From Wednesday, straight back to Wednesday the next week. An online protest against these taxes what they are going to implement. Everybody come. No new taxes. There's a better way. Choose the PMP way. And the PMP ideas. Hashtag all over TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Go on any platform and use the same title from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the night. Go online live for them 5 hours there and tell them the experience and why this government must go if they don't have our confidence and our trust. We don't trust them, they are corrupt. Talk about the hospital, talk about the Cuban doctors, talk about all of the children them that is missing and them now find them. Where's the work of the police? There's so much things to talk about and to protest about. Line it all out, man, in the 5 hour period. Coming next day and on the next topic again. The man will have the contract them for import onion. And I put glut in the market and I suffer the farmer them. The fertilizer with them rub up. We come from Morocco. The trillions of dollars we unaccounted for. There's so much things the man them have done in the bridging. I'm responsible for. We need to rise up, man, and wise up. Make the voices be heard. Andrew want to say, raise your voice in concert against the government. So why we not raise the voice? One command we're not supposed to take from Andrew, no not take. And we are fighting against misinformation and disinformation. Because I'll be a lying content in a parliament. All one line tell this morning. Let me finish this. It says some of the details that we'll be looking forward to. For example, what is the minimum income threshold for these persons? Because if you are going to have persons coming in, you want to make sure that these persons can afford to live here. These persons be required to have things like health insurance in place, so on, she asked. It's a good idea in concept, but it needs to be more fleshed out. So she's adding more flesh to it, and more body to the idea. The skeleton is a great frame, it's awesome, but she's saying there needs to be more. And I cannot argue with this type of conversation. This is a sound argument. This is a sound argument. This is what they call constructive criticism. We love the idea, but we just need these things. And those things can be done. So we'll move on, get it done. Simple, get it done. Have the conversation, quick, fast, meet up. Brainstorm ideas, implement, get to it. It's called working together. But the Andrew-led government don't want to work together with the PMP. Because the PMP is not into stealing. So it doesn't bode well for the JLP to be in because the JLP is into stealing our tax dollars. Yeah, man. Give them friend and them baby mother and them concubine. You understand? And them cousin and them friend. Them school friend. That's what they mean to. Let me go back to Mr. That part I interview with Mr. Excuse me.
A regular doctor does. And I want to play it, make you hear it. For one of the reasons why we believe that the truth that you spoke should stay, I'm going to make you hear it. Because this, listen to this.
JUTC, for the first time in many years, has made a profit. Them the one we talk about.
You ever hear that in life, Dr. Das? Doc?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that before?
No, I never heard that one.
The JUTC made a profit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I missed the first part.
Yeah, for the first time, JUTC made a profit, and they know how to talk about it. But I'm not going. You said what you said, and you, for whatever reason, decide that you wanted to backtrack. I just want to let you know that there are those of us who don't believe that you should have, and sometimes think the opposition is a little bit too apologetic. I don't know if you remember Warmington called the chink, fee and fly. Nobody asked him to apologize.
Yeah, so, but you see, we are made of a different metal.
Yeah.
And I think that the boorish behavior that we saw during the opposition leader's speech, where I don't know how he did it with all of the shouting and
yeah, man,
you know, from the other side. It was very disrespectful. We never reciprocated. We allowed the Prime Minister to make his speech.
But again, that reflects about, you know, it's because when the Prime Minister making speech and talk about, talk about corruption, and we didn't hear this sort of much coming from the back from the benches of the opposition. We were also a bit disappointed. But I want to move on from that too.
You see, you hear what Dr. Dar said? The PMP is cut from a different cloth. And this is something that I think the comrades them need to accept and move on. And stop asking the PMP to act like the Labour right them. Yeah, man. Stop it. Just stop it. There are many ways to skin a fish. Or skin a cat. I said skin a fish. That's funny. Ha! Skin a fish. Ah, Sassy, you hear that? Hey, but they are chat foolishness. So come on, fire life. But they are chat foolishness. I go about my business. TikTok. Skin a fish. Yo, fish and skin, bro. No, technically they do. Technically they do have skin, but they also have scale. But you don't skin a fish. But then again, some people do. Yeah. They actually do. They have certain fishes with them skin. Yes, I'm not so off. But it's really, the common thing to say is to scale the fish. But skinning a cat. There's more than one way if you skin a cat, ladies and gentlemen. More than one way. So we just need to move on. Don't get me wrong, you know. I personally thought that Mr. Alfred Dar should have never apologized. Me personally. Especially to the likes of Desmond McKinsey. Extreme Beauty, what's up, my darling? Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jamaica darling. But in terms of how the PMP showed discipline and listen to Andrew HOLNESS spew his lies, trust me, you guys are better than me. Let me tell you, if I was in there, I probably would have made an ass of myself. Shouting over the mic, debunking all of the foolishness. Would I say you two lie? Want to such and such. All me, they would have hear my voice, because my voice loud, you know, in a lock space, you know. They would have hear my voice over a microphone. I would have run him where you see. But I am me. And I appreciate who the PMP are. Our leaders are supposed to be. You understand? Yes. Leader, them supposed to act like leader. Now, if I should get in the space of being a politician, when enough people ask me to do, I would have to conduct myself in a similar manner, because I would not want to put down the party. You understand? Yes. But me not shit now with none of them over there on the opposition side. Not happening. I don't trust those evil people. So I'm not going to touch them. I don't know what them are rubbing. I don't know what them are do. I don't want them touch me. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Far away here. We not sit down and have no drinks. We don't want them poison me. You understand? Yeah. Like how some people they try to poison Dr. Alfred Dar's our assistant or our friend. Yeah, I don't want them poison me. I don't trust them. So I not eat from them neither. They can't invite me to their yard. And my pitney can't play with for them pitney. I am so serious. You don't know me. You don't think I joke me, mate? No. My pitney can't talk to for them pitney. You hear me say? Yes, man. No disrespect to the pitney. But I don't have my family, have no connection with them. Shun the very appearance of evil Jamaica. You remember good, once you identify them, once you identify the snakes, the serpents, the witches, the warlocks, you stay the hell away and pray God deal with them thoroughly. That is it. That's how you deal with it, man.
University of the West Indies
Mhm.
with that report. Are you satisfied with what is happening as it regards to that, the investigation and everything that is happening in terms of the University Hospital of the West Indies?
Short answer is no. That committee that they put in place is just to kill the story. There will be no meaningful change unless the top management at the university.
Mighty God. You
You
hear
think
that?
you need to be more consistent out there, because a lot of people on this platform commend you for that series of video that you did. People talk about it every day and saying that more opposition spokespeople need to do stuff like that. But you think you have gone quiet on this and we have to keep at it so as to get the results that we need?
Oh no, I mean, there are things playing out in the public eye, and there are things that play out behind the scenes. And I am watching to see what happens behind the scenes before I continue. But rest assured that my end game is to have meaningful reform at the University Hospital, because it's personal to me, because that is where I trained and that is where I worked as a senior registrar, and I have too many professors, students, senior lecturers, consultants, nurses telling me that the change has to happen because the whole place is mashing up. And it's even become more urgent because we are giving the same management, the same board, $1.3 billion in capital expenditure this year.
You hear that?
People, I mean, I see a lot of vloggers and vloggers trying to taint your name that you are a part of whichever organization that got preferential benefit to use the University of the West Indies Hospital tax exemption to bring in stuff in the island. You want to clear that up this morning for us?
I've cleared it up already, and one broadcaster had continued to spread false information. So you can look out for a lawsuit in short order.
So you're dealing with it because you have no connection. No, why you just say it in a doctor?
No, but I have stated clearly already.
Yes, man. But don't feel to say it again.
I am not a consultant with any firm that is out there. I am not financially tied to anyone. I've never had a contract. There were some preliminary talks about 4 years ago, and nothing came out of that.
Hey.
I've never worked at the institution.
You hear that?
So to tie my name to anything really, and to use that to try and say that I am involved in any malfeasance. And I'm not accusing the company of that, but that is the spin that they're trying to make. And we all know that the JLP has been relentless with my name. And trying to paint me as a youngster. Although I grew up as a nerd, so that never went anywhere. They tried to paint me as dishonest because the truths that I spoke were very damaging to them. So I don't know what they're gonna come with
next.
But it is
Extreme
clear
Beauty,
that I am a
hey
target
baby.
of the Jamaica Labour Party, and it's just something that I have to live with. So you can look out for the next attempt to smear my name, because it's and I said it to my family and friends that it's going to be never ending. They're going to continue hoping that one lie sticks someday.
It is really a sad situation, Dr. Dog, when people do those kind of things. But the drill situation, where is that?
I think I lost it again.
I'm hearing you. Oh.
Yeah, in connection, did bad this so.
What going on a while ago, people?
Connection I go on bad from morning. All my
phone now, because I have a funeral. But yeah, where did I get cut off?
You were telling us about, we were talking about your issue with people trying to taint you and your family.
Yeah, it's so I had a communications expert run that they have a disease and they can't do anything about it. So
that's
a job to refurbish a house. And you brought your crew, your masons, your carpenter, your tilers, everybody there. And when you are there and you have an agreement with the owner of the house, you have an agreement, a contract in place with your own work crew, you see a car pull up at the gate. And one of your rival contractors wind down the window, call the owner, had some words with the owner. And then after that, drove off. The owner came back on the site and said to, in front of you, to the tiler, the mason, the carpenter, listen man, you don't have to work for this man anymore. I will pay you and pay you better than he's paying you. Who is in? Now you tell me, if you are that contractor, would you stay on the site and work out the contract, or would you just pack up everybody and leave spend time?
We have a cut.
And that is why the Cubans are leaving at the end of the month.
What? Hold on, wait.
Go to somebody.
Wait. No, hold on. Breaking news. Wait. What? Me never hear this. Wait, what? What?
Saying, you know, the Prime Minister basically has, in a very subtle way, refuted the previous statements of the Foreign Minister that they were not under pressure from the US when he said that they made that decision in the best interest of the country.
Right.
They did not want to be locked out of the international financial market. A reference to sanctions. However, the Foreign Minister had said before that they were under no pressure at all from the US.
Yeah.
But that aside, you can debate whether or not that was done in the best interest of the country.
Right.
But the manner in which it was done,
yes,
leaves a lot to be desired.
True.
So, imagine you're a contractor and you have gotten a job to refurbish a house.
Listen to reasoning here.
You brought your crew, your masons, your carpenter, your tilers, everybody there. And when you are there and you have an agreement with the owner of the house, you have an agreement, a contract in place with your own work crew.
Yes.
You see a car pull up at the gate.
Yes.
And one of your rival contractors wind down the window.
Right.
The owner.
Yes.
Had some words with the owner. And then after that, drove off. The owner came back on the site and said to, in front of you, to the tiler, the mason, the carpenter, listen man, you don't have to work for this man anymore. I will pay you and pay you better than he's paying you. Who is in? Now you tell me, if you are that contractor, would you stay on the side and work out the contract, or would you just pack up everybody?
Cut.
And leave in time?
We have a cut.
Jamaica, on that note, me go cut. What an analogy. So America pull up on Jamaica and said to Jamaica, say, yo, you see, me I go give you a better deal. Right in front of the contractor, you know, that is Cuba, you know. Antonio, you hear the analogy there? Right in front of the contractor, which is Cuba. Zine, and not only a bigger deal, I am going to pay the workers them that the contractor have more money than the contractor paying the workers. That is basically what HOLNESS government do, you know. Tell Cuba, say, yo, watch you know. We know so we have an agreement, but if we can't come to an agreement about these changes, we are seeking to hire the professionals that you created through your education system, through your government program. We are trying to steal them from you. So we are going to oust you from the contract. Lady J, what's up? Can you believe it, man? Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen, that they thought that that would go well? Any self-respecting country, any self-respecting entity, organization, man, would have run with Jamaica. You understand me? I deal with and tell themselves, go away. I diss them this year. And take up your people them just like what Cuba do. I don't wrong them. I don't wrong them. And I'm telling you, if you guys think it's a joke, not only is the Jamaican people going to suffer that is supporting this move by the government, but I'm telling you, the Jamaican government official them where I support it, I go suffer too. Mark my words. You are going to hear the horror story them, ladies and gentlemen. May I tell you, karma has a way, man. Karma has a way. You hear me say? Karma has a way of ironing out things. But for my people on TikTok, see my page there on YouTube. I want everybody go over there, go subscribe. Alright, that is here still. Big up one of them are still here. I've been on for quite a while. Big up the people that I passed through. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. See you guys later. That's my time. Y'all stay blessed. Don't do nothing if you go in the hospital. Remember, where Dr. Dar say. Pray. Don't do nothing if you go in the hospital then. Drink water. Balance your body. Look for your feelings, them for your body. You understand what I say? Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Trust God and live. Alright? Mummy and Bola is signing out. Mummy, hey, Mummy, I'm my Courtney, you know. Mummy, they in the background and ad live, you know. She don't do it as much, but You know, Andre have Courtney. My mother and my Courtney. Yes, Saturday I played Mark Stewart, the part of Mark Stewart thing when someone play, I played it. I'm gonna release it tomorrow. I played it. I'm gonna release it in the morning. Or maybe tonight. No, I'm not doing it tonight. I think I might come back live tonight again. But I'm gonna release it tomorrow morning for sure. Alright? Bless y'all. See y'all later, man. TikTok, look more. YouTube later. Saturday. Bye.